Right, hi, let's go in. And finally back again. We have Gally, thank you. Welcome to being a junior mystery detective. I appreciate it. And I will, again, I need to make more, I think, Devil Time Kirby, hey. I hope everyone who's in a weather place that has been very weathery this week is okay. I have not been able to leave my house since Thursday? No, I don't know how, no, Friday. I don't know, I just been cooped up inside. I had to go break ice for the past couple days, so okay, so like the way it's kind of been like snowstorming, it's been like slightly warmed rain and then freezing again, snow, ice, stuff like that. So like snow, yeah, but then solid ice underneath all the snow at first. So it's like not just like, ooh, I'm just shoveling out the thing. It's like I'm breaking through like a frozen lake in my driveway type situation. But thankfully, everything's all a-okay. So I hope y'all are doing good too. Okay, so it's not done yet, but I want to show you what I've been working on. So, London, there he is. Okay, he's bald right now, right? Don't mind the fact that he's bald right now. But yeah, the little London avatar. I'm working on him. So he still needs hair. But as soon as I get his hair down, that will be London. Think I did a pretty decent job at him so far. We'll see how the hair goes. Hair is kind of like the hardest part. The fact that I pre-opened the save, yeah, I learned my lesson. I brought up my old stream. I saw exactly where I saved, pulled up here, and then saved. Bald London. I'll just put him to the game like this. Just stick a hat on him. You're like, oh, what's the difference? I can't tell. Chaotic, hi. Oh, good timing. I was just showing the London avatar that he just needs hair. And I'll have him done. He's bald. And that's a real secret he's been hiding from Morgan and everybody. That's just a wig. He old. He lost his hair. He looks really good. Thank you. I have been learning. I was okay at making sprites before, but I'm getting better at making it better looking. And I learned neat tricks. So, let's go ahead and put that away. So yeah, I hope everyone is keeping warm or cold or okay or hydrated or whatever you need, because, you know, the week's been crazy. But I have missed you all. And also, if you hear the heater in the background, I am so sorry, but I need said heater on in the background. I was like, I'll try my best. I can turn that down a little bit. Magic, hey! I missed you all too. We'll be lingering in the background, snuggling in a blanket or something. Understandably. It's like right before stream, I had a giant thing of tea, and now I have water. Yeah, don't freak. Yeah. I mean, again, it's not too bad anymore. It's jumped up to like 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 23 degrees Fahrenheit, which, again, is so much better.
Yeah.
What?
I'm really lucky.
Kelly! Oh my god!
Consumer just gifted 5 memberships.
Yep. I'm really lucky.
Oh my god, that's so nice of you!
Garly gifted at Snowbunbun M1 a membership.
Aww.
Yep.
We're gonna
I'm
not get
really
to run.
lucky.
Golly!
Garly gifted at 1C64 a membership.
Yep. I'm really lucky.
Hey guys, I think I'm really lucky.
Garly gifted at Rackaspoon a membership.
It's gonna list every single one.
Yep. I'm really lucky.
It's almost done. It's got 2 more to
Garly
go.
gifted at Ismay VT a membership.
Come on, Nagito, one more
I'm
time.
really lucky.
Garly gifted at The Stupid Club 808 a membership.
Okay, I think. Golly, thank you. I appreciate it, like, a lot. As usual with memberships, if you have one, and Golly, you obviously get them. If there is a custom avatar that you want, just post in the membership community posting, or and you can tell me which one, or you see me on Discord too. You can message me on Discord, and I will get you a custom one, and that one could be from whatever character. And you get 5 because you did 5. Yeah, you get that. No, you get 6 because you did 5 and then yourself. So yeah, you have 6. And it can be from anything. It doesn't have to be from a killing game if you want. Yeah, you get the 6. I will get Dragonite for you, Magic. let me put that on the list. I was working on my Bald London. I completely forgot about Dragonite. I am so sorry. And Dragonite is something I can get done really fast. I will have that done as soon as stream ends. Meantime, Bald London in the meantime. There's Bald London. But yes, absolutely. Yeah, for the Pokemon ones, those only be memberships. Gonna find characters of way? Yay. Yeah, if you want a Pokemon, you just let me know. And I'll just add those. Because Pokemon sprites are already pre-made. I just gotta pop those in and make them do the little walks. Okay. So, let's see. It has been a week. And there was gunfire in the courtroom. And I forgot what we're doing here, but I'm sure it'll tell us real fast. Seems like the smell's starting. Oh, and let me give you guys some. There you go. Barely even the memory of blood, now that so many feet have trodden through here. Nothing lasts forever. Miss Han? What? No, I already called you this morning. No, they're not. No, they're not. You're being paranoid. Yes, I'm sure. Yes, I'll call you tonight. Bye. Didn't mean to interrupt a lover's quarrel. What? Oh no, that was... Aww. Dementia meds aren't working. They get confused this time of day. I don't know, it's just sad, the fact like, oh, it's the future and dementia's still like... I feel weird saying unsolvable. I guess there's no real good cure or medication for it. Sorry. Forget it. That's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna turn my phone off for a minute and forget. Yeah. I said, I'll have it. I can easily just pop that in after stream today. Cute android, by the way. So, what's up? There's a couple of ways of going about this, but none of them are surefire. Might as well start out big and see if there's anything to this theory. Do the Blue Bloods use silent alarms? Yeah, of course. Thank you for telling us. Sure. I'm actually going to need a bit more than that, Miss Han. It's just Han. Did Creek have a silent alarm? Oh, that's right. That's what we're looking up. Okay. Everything's flooding in. I remember now. She's hesitating all of a sudden. Is she unsure of the answer? Or did she give her first answer without thinking about where it would lead? Nothing like that installed in the building. Arcs would have chewed it up and spat it out by now. The arcs are not flawless. It can miss things. Look, you've seen the level of tech we Blue Bloods have. It's secure, but it ain't subtle. True. An Orca-run security firm won't have quite as much luck hiding their subsystems from the police as David Asher did, Sarah. But The arcs can miss things that aren't tech at all. A silent alarm that's analog? Let me know if you figure that one out. Either an alarm is analog and loud, or digital and silent. They don't mix. She's defensive, but her logic is sound. Approaching it from the other angle, then. How could an analog silent alarm possibly function? Huh. A little alarm, but one that can't be heard under normal circumstances. What a horrible smell in here. Like a dog whistle. Oh, so human ears can't hear it, but modded ears could hear it. So we had to check and see if Tariq. We had to see if Tariq has modded ears or not. You once bragged to me about your sense of smell. I don't think I was bragging. Could have sworn you puffed your chest out at the time. Doesn't matter. If I asked you to sit something out, could you find it? Sarah's a little like bloodhound at crime scenes now. What would you like me to look for? I still don't have a clear picture of what happened after I left, but there's one thing I know should be here that hasn't turned up once yet. The skeleton keys for the entire building were found on Creek's corpse right where I left them. Oh, the knife. Right. I'm the only one who knows about the knife. And while I don't know where it went, I do know it had plenty of blood on it when I last saw it. Huh. I'm pretty sure this place really smells like blood still, right? I want you to smell for blood. Adonai, do you really need me to help you find blood in here? I'm not asking you to sniff in here. I want you to smell out the window. I'll try. There are many strong smells in this part of the city, Adonai. But there is something truly unpleasant as well. Something beneath this fire escape. Okay. Go fetch. You could ask nicely. Wait, Sarah. Yes? That's a very old rusted fire escape. Take the stairs. You're too heavy. As you command, Adonai. One moment later. Several moments later. Sarah returned looking worse for wear and seemingly in a bad mood. Did the weight comment bother her that much? Sarah ate a dog. Adonai, I do not like digging through trash. It is not a dignified way to investigate. Digging in people's trash is the basis of all good investigations. Easy for you to say when you aren't wearing all white. Oh, she got like ketchup stains and stuff. She's got that golden retriever energy though. Did you find something? Yes. My knife. And it's charred? I found it amongst the ashes of the blackened steel drum below the fire escape. It seems to have been on the site of a fire. That sounds familiar. Wasn't there a barrel burning in the alley when I first scoped the place out? There were signs of a chemical flame retardant being applied to the barrel. Police must have put the fire out when they first secured the scene. Meaning the knife was in a fire all night, but still. There does appear to be blood on this knife, Adonai. So how did both the police and scientists miss it? Their noses aren't as good as yours, evidently. That is true. Yay, a compliment. But they have drones and dogs for this kind of thing. Yeah, but they actually have to use them. They'd have no reason to search the vicinity for a bloody knife if they found the sword sticking out of a corpse's midsection. Shall we ask the police to check for fingerprints? Fingerprints are mostly oil and sweat. Fire evaporates them both. Then We have to test and see whose blood is on that knife. But DNA is damaged by heat as well. You know, before DNA analysis, blood had another forensic use. You mean blood typing? The DNA on the knife might be too damaged, but modern analytical tools should be able to at least identify blood type. Okay, so I played Detroit Become Human, and I got real scared. We're like, Sarah, lick the blood. We're like, no. You need to leave early in about 15 minutes? You were something important? Oh yeah, of course, no problem. Yeah, no. Do the important thing. That would work, Adonai. Great. Ready to get started? Oh, wait, am I doing something? wait. Am I? Pardon. You're capable of recognizing my DNA, weren't you? When we first met, yes, but... So why don't you try your hand at analyzing blood type? It's gotta be simpler, right? It might be, but Adonai, to analyze the blood on this knife, I would have to use my We are Detroit Become Humaning this. Trigger warning alarm? Alright, trigger warning alarm, everybody. Pretend it's a lollipop or something. It's blood. Well done, blood. It'll taste like beef. You don't know what human blood tastes like. Of course I don't. Morgan, no, I don't know. Don't be silly. Look, the fire sanitized it. Probably. Just get it over with. I will reference this incident the next time we discuss raises, Adonai. I might make some people like you a copy. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And thank you, by the way. Is handled comically and not seriously? Okay. But yeah, so again, warning for blood consumption, everyone. And I will... So if you had to like lower the window or, you know, not look, understandably, I'll let you know when it's over. Because that's never happening. Analyze the blood! Ew. Analyzing profile. Analysis complete. Oh no, Sarah. Wait, I need that picture back. I need that picture. Okay, Sarah, no. Blood tasting. Weird sentence. That is passed, so if you need to come back and look, you can come back and look. What have you got? There is blood from more than one person for her. I saved right before I could load. Mostly B negative. I believe with some AB negative around the tip. Alright. Now I can cross-reference that with the rest of the data that I have. I don't know, I clicked radius for that. I feel like I should know who we stabbed. Who did we stab again? Trey, right? No, Trey's... Oh no, Trey's O positive. Okay, so Tanks is A negative. And Miller is B negative. I knew that. Thank you for the report, Sarah. You've given me a new lead to follow. Yes, Adonai. I'm gonna go brush my teeth for 48 hours now, Adonai. And you've just made your first forensic contribution to an ongoing criminal investigation. How many androids can say that? Now, come on, we got some boxes to tick. Morgan's gore. Yeah. Like, I really want... I don't know, I feel like anytime, like, I just want, like, oh, can we go investigate a ballroom? or something where you're dressed in fancy clothes, because I want to see everyone in fancy clothes. Alright. Oh, this. Red ink protocol, designed to make data difficult to physically redistribute. Couldn't anyone just take out their phone and snap a picture of the pages? It seems that some of the responding officers attempted to. The arcs show that they failed. That's some fancy ink. What do you see when you look at the pages, then? No more detail than you do, I'm afraid. It's strange, isn't it? They went to such lengths to protect this information. And yet, these papers were left out where Officer Chopin or anyone could read them. They weren't left there by Creek. I took the documents out of his safe so I could reach the mask. And I must have left them out on the desk afterwards. Well, my bad. Our client, Sosuke, according to Rogers, this is how he found him. Thrusting the sword into Chopin. Or merely trying to retrieve it. Not a huge improvement there. He really was found in a terrible state, wasn't he? And that was before the police gave him his cop killer welcoming end. Sarah, bring up the medical files on Sosuke. I want to go over everything we know about how he looked when Rogers arrested him. What specifically? Wound patterns? How exactly was he injured? His left hand was broken. He had internal bleeding throughout his torso. Bruising and rope burns on his wrists, where he was bound. Contusions all over the interior side of his body. And he also sustained a large blunt force trauma wound to the back of his head. His biggest wound was to the back of his head. I guess if he fell backwards to the ground. There is also a small cut on his left hand. How small? As if he cut himself in the kitchen. Okay. Wasn't expecting a metaphor there, but it's effective enough. And the blood analysis, Sarah? He was covered in blood, right? Were samples taken for analysis? The blood on his torso and head was all his own. He got some of Chopin's blood on him while he was face down being cuffed by Officer Rogers. And he also had a great deal of Trey's blood on his feet and pant legs. Any other questions about our client's arrest, Adonai? Not unless there are some crime scene photos you've been holding out on me. I'm afraid not. How is it that I'm the only one who made an effort to preserve the crime scene? What? We got rid of things. What do you mean we preserved the crime scene? Anchor-tan. Supposedly, he was the first to die. Oh, Anchor-tan. Supposedly, he was the first to die. Logically, he had to have been. He's the one with the gun. If the attacker got away from him, they must have... If an attacker got it away from him, they must have done so first. Yes. I can see that the gun is registered to him. Right, registered. Who the hell would look at this guy with that gun and just nod him along? Patrol officers TC and HR 1 week ago. Wait. Tariq and what's Roger's first name? What's Roger's first name? I mean, I feel like that's it, right? Huey. Okay, so they knew. TC and HR, Tariq Chopin and Huey Rogers. Reminds of contusion of the occult? The badge numbers match. It seems like they detained Anchor-tan briefly before a stop and frisk and found this gun on him. Finding a gun like this on anyone with priors during a stop and frisk. At the very minimum, that's grounds for 28 days detainment. Why did they just let him go? Is it possible that he was a criminal informant? If he was a CI, they wouldn't have even logged the incident. And besides, again, Patrol officers don't have their own CIs. Then perhaps they let him go for some other reason. Because they'd already gotten what they wanted from him. 28 days of detainment? Yeah. Make sure to copy the file of that stop and frisk report. Right away. Okay. So this is where they found Creek's body. He was the only one who didn't die instantly. If anyone had a chance to use the silent alarm. No, he must have been paralyzed in between the time he was shot and his actual expiration. They weren't paralyzed. What do you mean? If they had been paralyzed, Yumi would have noted that in her autopsy. That's true. But he just sat there limp the whole time. Didn't even try to move. Was he playing dead? You like whenever you see, whenever face are black, you see Sarah's eyes glow? Same. You know those like videos of people who like record like their animals at night and you see like the animals with like glowing eyes staring at them? I imagine that happens to Morgan, to see like Sarah just like like at night, I'm gonna go watch TV now. Letting me think he couldn't move so I wouldn't notice his... Was anything found in his hands? Anything at all? It doesn't seem like it. They weren't holding something by the time their body got to the morgue. If he had been holding something but dropped it when he died. Help me look. For what? Anything small enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Like this big red button, y'all. Hang on, what's this? A big red button. What was that? Did you just jump? I was merely surprised by that sound, Adonai. What sound? I just brushed against this. Ah! This little toy thing, you can hear it? I can. And it is not exactly pleasant on the ears. Could any android hear it? Or is this something special? Is this some special feature David gave you? I'd imagine any android or robot or electronic device with modern features could pick up this tone. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's this big, giant red button. The police are like, meh. I mean, I get it, actually. Never mind. I do get it. Because they were like, oh no, we have the hound and him standing over a body. We're not all gonna search the crime scene. We don't care. They ignored a giant red button. Maybe I should close the window before I test it anymore and stop torturing all the dogs in the neighborhood. Closing the window would not matter. It's soundproof though. But the specific frequency of this tone is not your audible spectrum to begin with. Right. Don't go to a crime scene and start pressing buttons. It's a real bad idea. Oh, you're right. It could have been like a bomb or like, you know, a self-destruct button. But do you really think Creek was toying with that nuisance maker in their final moments? Yeah, I kind of do. Okay, was that it? Just gonna run over everything. Oh, nope. Is this evidence? It's a piece of crap some crime scene tech left behind. Nothing relevant about it. Yes, you're right. It's just displaying a news article they must have been reading. Apparently, they've arrested the heartbreak killer. Excuse me? What? Yeah, Morgan's like, don't react. It's copycat. Yes, the heartbreak killer's copycat, and it seems. Just let me skim for myself. Okay. Suspected heartbreak copycat foiled, arrested. An individual suspected of planning an act of terror has been arrested, thanks to quick response from local police and well-coordinated efforts from state investigators. The suspect, whose identifying information has not been released to the public, was apprehended by officers seemingly in the midst of preparing their attack, having already loaded a firearm and several magazines of ammunition into their vehicle. Police have not commented on whether the firearm in question was properly tagged, but insiders with close ties to the investigation claim that the weapon itself was not what led to the arrest. We had identified a troubling pattern of net activity in the days leading up to the arrest, concerning searches and attempts to access old net portals. The suspect had already been on our radar by that point, so when they posted that manifesto, we were able to quickly secure a warrant for their arrest. The alleged manifesto in question consists of what was, at the time, a publicly accessible online document praising Heartbreak's hardline stance against neoliberal corporate soft power and listing a number of complaints and criticisms against the recent business decisions made by Hanami Robotics. You gonna go? Okay. See you in an hour or so. Most notably, an announcement made on their last earnings call that would begin moving manufacturing jobs offshore. While the decision landed Hanami in some controversy at the time, their stock price steadily increased in the days after, reflecting optimism among shareholders that Hanami's lucrative product lines of mostly heavy construction robots would no longer be so strictly tied to the national politics. When the arrest was first made, no connection between the individual and Hanami was apparent, but Hanami's CFO has since been speaking at an investor conference at a hotel within 50 kilometers of the suspect's residence, suggesting a possible target. Hour and a half? Oh, it was 8. Alright, see you in an hour and a half or so. The takeaway here is that the terrorist acts like this one are easily caught, easily prevented, and there is no standing risk to the public, said lead investigator Kennings in his official statement to the press. To any descendants out there thinking they might be the next Heartbreak, just because you bought a gun, you will be caught, you will be prosecuted, and your hero won't be far behind. Update. An accessory just called Bald Witch? Just called Bald? Or to move their hair. Okay, hold on, maybe. Ooh, another Brazilian song? Okay, yeah. Definitely post it because I really like the last song. Hanami Robotics has yet to respond to requests for comment, but their official social media accounts have released simultaneous statements denouncing in the strongest terms rising violence and thanking investigators for their swift and decisive action. We have also learned that a select portion of shareholders have received messages clarifying Hanami's global market strategy and reaffirming their commitment to their workers, as well as their customers and shareholders. Whether this indication of a reversal of their decision to relocate manufacturing jobs overseas. Like what you're... and we're cut off. Okay. What? What do you mean it's nothing? It's nothing. Seems like Heartbreak isn't going away, no matter what happened to the original. Make Bald London real. So it would seem. Alright, that about wraps it up in here. Miss Han, since Sinus is technically in charge of securing the crime scene, what should we do with this? Do with what? Oh! Did it press and notify her? Shiko, hey! Uh-oh. Also, she have a fidget tubby? Also, uh-oh. Oh. Adonai, please, refrain from repressing that button any more than necessary. Sorry, Sarah, I can see you don't like it. But Miss Han's phone doesn't seem to like it either. It's just Han. And I don't know what you're talking about. I get messages all the time. Poor Sarah. Oh my god, Sarah, no. Han, Nam, if you could please just admit it so she stops pressing that. Fine. Whatever. Yes, you found one of our alarms. Pretty clever system. Not really. It's just an app. You set the frequency and get a note if the app picks it up. The range? Couple kilometers. Thanks for clearing that up. While I have you here, though. Exactly how fast did you show up to the scene of the crime? Pardon? Oh no, y'all, I think she did it. Oh no. Oh no. This is a blue blood neighborhood. Do you really expect people to believe the cops lumbered their way here faster than any of you could? M4K... M4R Kim. Okay, I'm taking a photo of that, and I will listen to that right after stream as I make the Dragonite. Snap. Nope. No. Snapshot. There we go. Thank you. What exactly are you trying to say? Yeah, I'm tuned to that frequency. Awesome, thank you, Magic. But I'm tuned into a lot of frequencies. It's a good way of communicating without the mags or the pigs listening in. So, you didn't get this alarm the night of the incident? Didn't even know it went off that night. You got proof it did. Can you explain how else Officer Chopin would have gotten here? Nah, not my job to either. Is it your job to come to fellow Blue Bloods' aid when they're desperately calling for help? I didn't know Creek like that. I didn't say Creek was the one who had this. I saw where you were poking around, and they're the head of the pod. I assumed. Creek's a stranger to me. Even though you're both young bloods. What? I'm guessing that's what the tattoo means. Neither of you make much of an effort to hide it. It is plainly visible, even in their autopsy photos. You have no idea what this ink means. Would you tell us what it means? Blood bag. What? Oh, wait. Oh no. Ritual people doing creepy ritual people things. The old guy used you as donors. But also, yeah, I'm screenshotting that picture right here. That's going to be a thumbnail for sure. Gangsters live a life of drugs, smoking, drinking, and back alley mods. Then end up with livers and kidneys that look like charred steak. Who could have guessed? Got no children because the Ikaria killed them all. Can't get on the donor list because they're geriatric, reviled crime lords. So what do they do? Hey kid, wanna be a gangster? Let me see if you got what it takes. Hold still while I prick your finger. They tattooed our torsos, because even if you mod off all 4 limbs, you can still pump clean plasma. Every drop an indicator of quality. I'm a universal donor, so I've got 3. AAA graded, just like meat. And Creek? Save it for the trial lady. Are we done here, you think? Not quite. Wait, but I don't want it to be Han. Again, with every chapter, I'm like, wait, if guilty, why pretty? Why? Emma's argument is that Sosuke didn't escape from here. He was brought out to the other room to be questioned, and then he broke free. I know it's not true. Sosuke would have been stuck here until the police arrived if I hadn't handed him the mag US to, well, frame him. And the knife also to frame him. But secondarily, so that he could cut himself free from his bindings. Those bloody rags there. You remember what Sosuke told us when we first met him? That he was bound in here until his bad Samaritan came along. And gave him a knife. Now we know what knife he was talking about. And now I want to know whose blood this is. The blood on the bindings. It would have to belong to Sosuke, wouldn't it? All the other bodily fluids in this room do. Probably. But I need to know. Oh no! Oh no! Sarah's like, wait, not again. Please, no. You've already done it once. What's one more time? One more time will surely make me sick. Please, Adonai. Let us ask one of the scientist employees on standby to analyze it. They have a record for very fast turnaround on DNA tests, I promise. I can show you customer reviews. Oh, that's right. Scientist does DNA testing. Typically paternity tests, as part of their private investigative services. But they have been assisting the police with DNA analysis around the scene. I will flag the bindings to be analyzed. Wait. I have already made the request, Adonai. If you insist on making me test the bindings myself now, you will only be upsetting my stomach to satisfy your own impatience. Fine, fine. But I'm gonna cite this incident the next time we discuss a race. Really? It really is a shithole in here though, isn't it? I agree with your sentiment, if not your choice of words. It feels like a cruel place. I feel in court, like, I don't know how Emma's really gonna defend against all this, like, ignored evidence, you know? Like, surely Emma, like, knows, like, hey, everything feels off and wrong somehow. Like, obviously I know she can't prove that it's Morgan, but Emma, you're really smart. Like, clearly you know, like, it's not as clear-cut as what it seems to be. Or not even seems to be, on what was told. And while that's loading, let's give you all some more monodams. Pew, 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 pew. Alright, so I guess we're heading back to trial. Or not. What is it? Was there something we missed in here, Adonai? No, not in here. The windows. They were closed when Creek was shot. Still closed when Chopin and Rogers arrived on site. But they were open by the time Rogers got to this room. I use that contradiction to argue for the presence of a third party. Because someone must have opened them. To go down the fire escape. And then what? They must have dropped down to the alley and ran away, right? Yeah. That's one option. Did they go up? What's the other? Wait, okay. Yeah, so we were assuming they went down into the dumpster and ran away. But maybe they just went up. Would it kill them to do some sweeping around here? I guess I'd be contaminating the crime scene at this point. But then what the hell do all these cops and scientists chumps actually do? Lean on the walls and screw around on their phones. I think you're being a bit harsh in your assessment. But you aren't alone in your criticism. Detective Reyes had much to say about how scientist employees were not wearing gloves and knocking over trash. If they had picked up the trash that'd be removing evidence, the arcs would light up. Adding trash, though. Adonai? Help me look through this. Garbage again? Already? Just start looking. If any of it requires DNA analysis. Wait. There. Red. I don't smell any blood. Not blood. Ink. A torn page of red ink documents. With what looks to be a shoe print on it. Shall we try to match it to samples? Good luck. Cops and security types all wear the same kind of boots. On top of which, 99 out of 100 shoes in the city are made by the same two Megs. But if the print isn't useful, that just leaves the actual text and that. Looks like the letters were all run through the wash a couple dozen too many times. Well, it isn't particularly informative. And I don't understand exactly how this clue fits in with everything else we've seen. But doesn't this seem important? How could it have been lying here, neglected this whole time? Princess, I'll have to call you right back. Of course, wouldn't dream of it. Come on, you know me. What you find here? More Deadman's garbage. Keep it up and you girls are gonna make me look bad. Oh, happy to be of assistance. So, would you like to add this to the arcs or should I? Well, seems like you got momentum going, so please don't let me get in your way. You don't wear gloves on the job, Miss Han? It's just Han, but you already know that. You probably also know that they don't really make them in my size. So if we found your fingerprints in here or on those windows or even upstairs, oh man, I'd be pretty embarrassed. We almost always get rated 5 stars. So, do you need me to walk you out? I'll be fine, thanks. Suit yourself. Just be careful you don't get lost. Sun will be going down soon. It can be hard to find your way back in the dark. You want to do some? All right, yeah. Later, chaotic. Have fun lurking. Yeah, okay. This idea is starting to look like a pretty safe bet. Your theory that Chopin was assassinated as an attack on the old guard. When you're being a suspicious competition, they put it on. Right? I was like, it's gonna be really funny. Han is absolutely 100% innocent because, dear God. You're gonna make treats for your doggos? Aww, that's so cute. But how can we confirm it? We still haven't met anyone from the old guard. Though, even if we had, it occurs to me that they would be reluctant to speak with Sosuke Ikaria's legal team. Aw, don't be so pessimistic. The enemy of my enemy is usually willing to at least talk. And talk is where I do all my best work. Where do we look then? You still got the address boss gave us? Mirai? Is Mirai old guard? Was her name Mirai? I feel like her name was Mirai. 606. Blue blood territory. Hey there, tall, red, and mysterious. Ladies, please come in. Don't be shy. Let me guide you to a booth. Local host. Oh, we're at the host club. No, Mirai was Ikaria. Mirai was Ikaria. Wasn't she? Was it Mirai? All caps and question marks make me worried. Like, what did I say wrong? It is Mirai. Okay. Oh, Ikaria question mark. Okay. So we don't know, but there's a big old question mark. Also, I haven't saved in a bit. Let's change that. I want to get through pages of saves. Game's like, quit being that paranoid. Come on. Should we take a seat for now? With taste as expensive as yours? Oh my god, Sarah's gonna absolutely love a host club bar, I feel. If it's like, you know, a touristy one. Actually, hold on. Is it a touristy one or just an awkward one? There's a difference. If you get near a menu, these people will drain my checking account on overpriced champagne faster than I can blink. Oh, champagne. As much as you like. Oh god, this is going to derail fast if I don't find a way to shut it down. A surefire way to get exactly the right kind of attention and douse their salesmanship in one go. I'll need to go with that. Hey, please don't frown. A smile would suit your pretty face much. I need to speak with your manager. I like that. Even in the future, they're like, oh God, no. What happened? They're all walking away. Hey, Mama. Yeah, uh-huh. There's some kind of, I don't know, accountant or whatever here to talk to ya. The voice on the other end of his earpiece grumbles a response. A cranky one, judging by his reaction. Mom will be out in a second. You're expected to buy something in the meantime. You got tap water? You don't want to drink the tap water in this district. Soda water? It's all overpriced, lady. Might as well get something you'll enjoy. I thought my first visit to a host club would be more celebratory than this. How much thought have you given the subject? Advance? No, I want to look. Ooh, order? Oh my God, I want to order something. Have you ever been to an establishment like this before? No. Not even when you were apprenticing. There may have been certain work parties where attendance was strongly encouraged. But I'd never set foot in a kilometer of a place like this otherwise. I suppose if you have a hard spending limit, there's only so much you could enjoy. Wow, Sarah, are you calling us poor? It's not a matter of cost. It's a matter of taste. Surely everyone enjoys being paid attention, no? It's flattering. Not everyone takes to being complimented. I see. So you respond more to being challenged. Like what Emma does to you. What do you think? Perhaps not. Okay, hold on. Is order? Observe. Bad if I'm walking into the lion's den here. Stepping even further into Blueblood territory to defend an Ikaria assassin. Do I really have to wait for the shoe to drop in a place this sleazy too? Are you perhaps not enjoying yourself, Adonai? You're getting better at picking up on that. You are frowning quite openly. Are we in danger of getting arrested here? There's nothing illegal about a host club. Okay, yeah, hold on. I want to see what their definition of host club is. Because, I mean, like, I know, like, the Kiss Kiss Fall in Love host club. There it is. Okay. A host or hostess club is a type of nightclub in which staff cater to clientele with attention, conversation, company, and flirtatious behavior. The talent, host or hostesses, make most of their wages through what is essentially commission on the sale of drinks, food, and other services by the club. While host clubs and their associated culture were intentionally fairly niche during the 20th century and saw a large decline in popularity for the first half of the 21st century, they've undergone somewhat of a renaissance in the last 20 to 30 years. Shifting cultural norms about parasociality, online dating, and work-life harmony may have contributed to this phenomenon. Some sociologists have observed that host clubs have developed a new reputation as a sort of social gym where young adults can exercise their social skills in a low-risk environment. Others argue that increases in average work hours have pushed single individuals away from traditional drinking culture and long-term dating. As for employees of multinational corporations who maintain running discrete tabs at select establishments, attendance may be seen as an advisable or even mandatory step in acquiring and maintaining relationships with their superiors. Despite the global trend of decriminalization of sex work, host clubs have remained a distinct industry. That said, it's hardly uncommon for the staff on one establishment or the other to switch sides. Aww. How to know if the hostess really likes you? But chances are, if you're Googling, the answer's no. Okay. I kind of like how that is in the future. Like, okay, so, and again, this feels very plausible for like what's going to happen in the future. So, are you just uncomfortable then? Unamused. Okay, we're gonna order something. I want to order something expensive. Do you think they're being literal when they said you're expected to make a purchase? Probably. Doesn't mean I'll oblige them. It's not like spending money here will make them less likely to cooperate. I would offer some suggestions based on customer reviews and price points, but... Oh god. For some reason, I don't see prices listed on any of the items on their menu. Was a mistake made when formatting the data? I really hate this place. Okay. Beer is probably cheap, but whatever. Wine. Sarah likes wine. It's fancy, but Sarah really wants to try champagne. But champagne is, especially if it's not, it's champagne, not like Prosecco, I guess. So it's going to be real expensive. But we're making Ikaria money right now, right? Can't we just put this on our charge? Hey, Hasikuria, can you pay for this champagne? And they'll be like, yeah, sure, whatever. You're on the job. I feel like there's no wrong answer, but I'm gonna put that there. What the hell? Hey, Palm d'Arignon, pour out a tower for all I care. Oh god, they're like, oh, she rich. She got that good money. Suddenly, as if I uttered a magic phrase or a sleeper cell kill switch, all the eyes of the staff around the room dart towards me. With a jolt of energy, the bartender jumps to ring a bell above the counter. Palm de tower! The staff begin an unsettling chipper chant. Tower, 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 tower. Okay, you know what? We made Sarah happy. And that's the key important part here. I'm not sure Sarah's eyes can get any wider. Let's take a commemorative photo, madam. Where would you like to sit? Who's the smallest spender in here? What? Well, I mean, we don't really keep track of that sort of... His eyes wandered, losing light all the while until he settled into a glassy-eyed, pitying stare at an overworked-looking young man at a small table. Adjusting his tie while the girl next to him makes no effort to hide her boredom. Send over to him, king for a day. With the same nervous smile he'd used to shake hands with the suicide bomber, the bartender redirects the oncoming parade towards my designated lucky loser. He looks terrified. Money well spent. Oh no, Sarah, didn't you try any? You just gave the tower away? I got shit to do. I can't drink all of that. Oh, Sarah, no. I could have perhaps helped. But even so, after you paid all that money, to just pass it along to some stranger. Are you some kind of saint? Okay, yeah. I got it. Oh, I'm not paying for that. Makoto's getting this bill. Your client. Yep. See, I know about work stuff like this. File it under investigative expenses. That is not exactly inaccurate, but... What's he gonna do? Kill me? Given his position in the house and his age, it would be more likely that he'd have you killed. That'd be fine. I don't think we even drink any of it. Not even one. Alright, I think that's it. Okay, that was definitely time and money well spent there. They're making me wait. Could be a power move. Could be that they're disorganized. Either way, standing here, staring at the wall with my arms crossed, would signal that I'm not amused. Guess I'm not willing to bore myself to tears just to spite them. Oh, wait, no, I already poked around. Yeah, I already poked around. Oops. Let's go. Not going to partake after all, Adonai? No. Then, what shall we do until this mama person appears? Want to see me fall asleep standing up? Yes. I would like to see that, yes. Mama on deck! I want to see Mama. Finally, the big cheese. What exactly are you expecting? With a title like Mama, I would expect a stern but fair, nurturing figure who... What the heck? Okay, hold on. We need a voice for this lady. What the hell do you want? Is there the kind of treatment one should expect at this establishment after purchasing a champagne tower? That was you. Oh, well, shit. You clearly need information a lot more than I thought. The Ikaria must be giving you the mushroom treatment. Keep him in the dark. And feed them shit, yes, yes. I've heard all the lawyer jokes. Now, I knew why the champagne tower would work out. Can we talk? Or should I get on the phone and claim that my credit card's been stolen? Also, she has a modded eye. You bought a champagne tower. We can talk all goddamn night if you want. Introductions then. I'm Morgan, Esquire, criminal defense attorney representing Sosuke Korea. With a glowing green toaster as your +1. A toaster? Couldn't have put it better myself, miss. It's not modded? Oh, okay. Kim Hana, small business owner. Oh, she has a heterochromia. Oh, that's cool. And one of the more influential members of the Blue Blood Oak Guard, I take it. It was just because it's different sizes. I thought it'd be modded. But that's so cool. Heterochromia is really cool looking. The Oak Guard are the only blue bloods that have any influence at all. First gens and young bloods should count themselves lucky to be middle management. Oh my gosh, unless, remember what Han was saying earlier too about how like, oh, whenever the old blood, you know, fucks up their organs or blood or things like that, they just take from the younger generation. So what, because you can see she has like a scar over her eye right here. So what if she lost her eye, it got damaged in like whatever gang war fight mafia things, and she just took an eye from someone with this color eye instead to replace it. And that's actually someone else's eye that they surgically got added in. I'm going with that until I get more information. First gens and young blood should count them. Terrifying, right? Okay, now I'm really glad about the champagne tower, so she will not like be mad at me. First gens and young blood should count themselves lucky to be middle management. Should you really be calling them young bloods? Oh, now the neon robot is going to preach to us about political correctness. Really, madam? You didn't buy anything? She wasn't happy? Oh, God. And this is her happy. This is her looking at me like, oh, man, I shouldn't mind talking to you right now. I know, PC. My gen invented PC. We got PC coming out of our ears. So I mean it when I say youngblood is a term of endearment. Well, then, I won't hesitate to use it. To their face. Better not. They knock your teeth out. How about a trade, Miss Kim? Mrs., you're talking to a widow. One doesn't need anything from you. Not the best position to start bargaining from. We're trading information. If you think I can't give you anything, you're not thinking very hard. Oh yeah? What do you think you got? Something I can tell her that she doesn't already know. Yeah, I don't know. What? And I guess we'll start from the beginning again now. When? Preston. Who's Preston again? Well. Oh, wait. Yeah, Kim. Okay. AB positive. March 26th. Hannah, Mama Kim. Small business owner. Likes persimmon. Actually, no. I've had overly, whatever that, when it takes the selection, like the moisture amounts of persimmons before. It's actually pretty good. Handbags and joint cracking. Dislikes part-timers, binge watchers, and ad vandalism. Hidden talent. Can slice an onion paper thin in 11 seconds. That's actually really cool and talented. Like shooting clay pigeons. Neat. Promote from within. Okay, okay. That's actually really cool talent. I slice onions ridiculously slow. To the point where I'm just like, well, we wanted diced, right? I'm at Breston's feet this whole time. I can tell you what happened at the courthouse today. It is something worth knowing had happened and be in the news by now. There is currently a blackout on media coverage of today's events. There's always leaks. Finding one will take time. I can give you a first-hand account right now. Fine, let's hear it. 1 moment later. Bresson. What a goddamn idiot. Completely useless. Oh, right, so Bresson was the shooter. Got it. I forgot the shooter's name completely. He did manage to infiltrate a courtroom, an entire courtroom full of police officers, even knowing he wouldn't make it out alive. And he still failed to hit the easiest shot of his life. But Bresson's just an incompetent addict. The useless idiot is the one who sent him there. Not you, I take it then. Olgar sounds like it moves slow and wise, but we got our fair share of hot-headed dumbasses, too. Impatient, hot-headed dumbasses. Time is money. My turn to ask a question. Money. Is that why you've been going after Makoto? Trying to drum up a king's ransom because you can't go to war without a war chest. Who says we're at war? Who says we're in any rush? Our plans are measured in decades, you little shit. No, time isn't on your side right now. Right now, more than anything, you need money. Says who, you? Says the headlines. Time's running out before you miss the bus on... Oh, I know this. Nirvana. Oh, crap, or is it prop? Nirvana. Everyone in the capital knows it'll be legalized before the end of the year. Never mind, it was prop. Bah, drug money, party drug, dumb money. Yes, dumb money. Best kind of money there is, and you could rake it in by the truckload. Oh no, I was right, okay. If you had the starting capital to build a dispensary network beforehand. As things stand, the gray wave is going to roll your hard work up into a ball and hand it off gently to the megs and the Ikaria. You've been losing this game to them for 3 decades straight, but I can see you still haven't gotten used to it. Of course not. Who the hell just rolled over for those upstart bootlicking? That goddamn fox, smirking behind his perfume incenses and painted screens and sheets of gold leaf. Should have cut out his eyes when I had the chance. I'm acquainted with the hound, but who's the fox? Sarah. Should we conduct a survey of all the IFG's member back tattoos? The fox, the kitsune. Goddamn Daisuke Ikaria, of course. The old guy? That was the old guy, right? I think it's the old guy. The family's patriarch. Haven't had the chance to meet him in person. Ha! Knew there was a reason an Ikaria lawyer didn't already stink of cigar smoke. If all the Ikaria family have some animal related to them, what do you think Makoto is? Well, let me look at his picture. Let me see what he gives off. Okay. What's a tiny snarky dog that yaps a lot? It's adorable. A dachshund. I think. Hang on. Let me pull up a dachshund photo and just see if I can find exactly. Yeah, no, I think that's perfect. Open image. There you go. Some bird, you would think. Hey, I think the Ikaria is gonna murder me. That's Makoto to me. he's low-key a pigeon of Ikuria, and he starts talking about how the pigeon is actually the apex predator of the jungle. Okay, I can definitely see pigeon too. Adonai does smoke, despite my repeated warnings about health hazards. Have you had your olfactory checkup lately? Loss of smell can be the first sign of... Sarah, no. I don't stink, that's the takeaway. Now admit it. You want to capture Makoto Ikuria, so you can afford to ride Nirvana to legitimacy. I'm gonna wake up at the bottom of the sea, right? I don't want to capture Makoto Ikuria. You know our history. In brief. So what part of the summary made you think that if I had a chance to end the Ikurian line, I wouldn't take it immediately? Are you speaking for yourself or for the whole old guard? Nah, my turn to ask. Is the Hound gonna make it? You're asking about my legal defense strategy? His injuries. Any chance he's gonna heal over from the infection after Creek's pod worked him over? Did Bresson somehow manage to nick him? He is still recovering from the injuries he sustained while captured, but he was not harmed during the incident in the courtroom today. Yeah, Bresson didn't even manage a scratch. Not a scratch, huh? Didn't even get a shot off. A detective on scene responded before he could. A detective? Yes, why? Bleh. Not wasting a question on him of all people. Oh no, you know Bald London? Speaking of which, the bottle spun back around. Are the Blue Bloods working with the Chopin family to profit off of Proposition 492? Ha! You missed that one. Try another. What do you mean? You think Mr. and Mr. Chopin are working hand in hand with us for a little cross-class embezzling? Those rich pricks wouldn't piss on us if we were on fire and the feeling's mutual. But they're backing Proposition 492. If you could buy the land they need before the city knows that it needs it. The Chopin family are your collaborators. They're your marks. Bingo, kid gets a prize. Or they were. The plan's worthless now. That whole courtroom heard me explain how Creek had ready documents on Proposition 492. Whatever blueprints, whatever land the city had in mind, they'll change all of it. Thanks for that, by the way. Don't blame me, your plan was always fragile. It was destined to collapse the moment that anyone with more pull than a ticketing officer heard that Blue Bloods had their eyes on real estate. Meaning, the Blue Bloods would kill to keep those documents from circulating. Yeah, well, that's just how it goes for Plan Bs. Plan B? Now answer me this. What did you see in those Reading docs that tipped our hand on Prop 492? Well, it was mentioned in abbreviation, if not in name. P492, it's a pretty big giveaway. You must have had more to go on than that. Names, diagrams. I saw Councilman Longsame on there. Heh, Long the sloppy bastard. Wait, you? You didn't know it was on those papers, not exactly. You didn't know where Prop 492 leaked from. What are you saying? It leaked from that brat Creek, obviously. Reading means it was printed off somewhere you could trust. A place run by people you trusted. And it doesn't sound like you trusted Creek. Are these your questions? Because they're terrible. And pointless. Blondie's already dead. So Chopin wasn't in on the plan. What possibilities are left then? Might as well try asking while I have the chance. Oh no, this feels important now. Wait. My client overheard something interesting during his captivity. Talk of the Blue Bloods bringing in a huntsman. Fake. You don't even know what that means. Your client heard wrong, and you're a fool for believing him without any proof. Sorry, guess you misheard. He must have misheard that you also brought a non-mask into the city. Did Sosuke mention that? It's called a bluff, Sarah. Now shut up, please. Yeah, he must have been delirious. After all, if there had been an unmask at the crime scene, it would have turned up during the police investigation. Huntsman. Ridiculous. Maybe he's real, maybe he's fake. Maybe he's already behind you. Phantoms like that get their power from uncertainty. If I answered your question at all, that'd be your answer. Schrodinger's box is already open, though, and the mask isn't there anymore. If it's not in the hands of the huntsman, then who has it? A dead man. Who just doesn't know it yet. Final round. But what if we still want to ask, our house, my rules? Who hired you? Why would you spend our final question on that? Oh. Wait, technically, was it Makoto or was it House Ikaria who hired us? Because if we say Makoto, that note that says we're not protecting the house, we're protecting protecting Sosuke. The House of Ikaria, that means they're willing to throw Sosuke into the bus. Technically it was, yeah. I realize it's a trick question because the way the house is separated and she wants to know. Do I lie? I'm gonna lie. You already know the answer. I was hired by House Ikaria. Uh-huh. You, some nobody with no connection to any of the houses. They hire you to defend their hound. Either you're dumber than you look or just a lot less curious than a lobotomite, but either way. You really don't know the answer, do you? Okay, let me go back and say if I don't know. I don't want her calling me stupid. Because I'm hired personally for Sosuke rather than for that. Yeah, I realize that, but I'm like, oh, but do I want to tell her that? I don't know. Knew it. Yeah, you had to ask. Okay, yeah. Give me, 3 coins. Yeah, give me my 3 chips. She'll probably still call me stupid. Apparently, someone recommended me to Makoto. Well, however it started, the Ikaria have their leeches on you now, girl. If I were you, I'd find out where they latched on and pry them off. Before they bleed you dry. I'm basically just doing them a favor. I doubt we'll have any further transactions. Try telling them that. Well, you would be the expert on blood-sucking. Careful, girl. Come to think of it, I have one last question myself. That ain't the deal. Then it can be rhetorical. What are you gonna do? You lost all your heirs during the fall of the leaves. Adonai? You're reviled by the International Blue Bloods for locking your treasure behind TFA you can't crack. Now all the Olgar need transplants and transfusions from the first and second gens just to stay alive. And they won't be glad to keep that up forever. Eventually you, all of you, will die. Will you rest in peace knowing everything you ever managed to build will be laundered at what? 30%? 40%. 35% just to end up in the hands of some punks you tutored. What a nice young girl you are, worrying about your elders. Well, don't worry your pretty little head over, dear. Sweet Granny here. 'Cause she's a mean old bitch in a line of work where anyone stupid dies off young. She and hers are gonna be just fine. Don't forget to close your tab before you go. Did you get any useful information from your rhetorical question, Adonai? The question irritated her, but it did make her despair. I may have misread this. The old guard have a way forward. Proposition 492 is no longer an option, leaving them with Plan A. The Little Lord? But Tariq Chopin is dead. Yeah, he is. So, not the Little Lord. He's not the Little Lord. Okay, cool. So we need to find someone his age, then. I'll go look up his profile again. I'm like, okay. Let's figure it out. Makoto's back! Okay. Okay, but Tariq. You waiting for this all day? Oh, I really should have listened to what I'd done originally. How dare they? After all, they put him down. After all, they put him through down there in that festering hole of a city district. To try and kill Solsky in the courtroom of all places. The nerve of those blue blood scum. If we just wait for him to stop, we'll be standing here until morning. So, should we speak up? You're too giddy to know. I don't know, I'm terrible with children. Listen, just keep nodding. And if he calms down enough to ask a non-rhetorical question, get my attention. What are you going to do? Sleep standing up? Try consulting an expert. Hey, what do kids your age like? Not my B-Day. I'm not asking for you. I'm not a kid. So I wouldn't know. It's Fran. If it's for Sarah, I'm not a robot either. What would someone younger than you like? I'm okay. Even one grade below me. Their sense of humor is impenetrable. Other day, the school announced they were going to be doing test prep at every grade level. And the top comment, before it got deleted, was a picture of a fish with boots. And the caption was, battering me and frying me in oil for 4 minutes on each side. It's not that impenetrable. It's a very basic non sequitur. How's this for non sequitur? Go ask somebody else. All you did there was get back on topic. Why are you even asking? I've been hired by a youth. By a youngin'. Go spend one of your 10 billion jillion custom avatars on them? On Fran? Oh my god, that would be so cute. And I need to interrupt their temper tantrum. What the hell do you want me to do from here? Hack them some fork knife bucks? What? Oh! Fortnite! What is that? Would that work? Also, what do you mean a youth hired you? Oh. So you must be like... rich. Yes. I'm like the worst to ask for advice then. What do I know about rich kids? Your academy is full of them. Why do you think I do as much of my schoolwork as possible for my dorm? Don't you at least have a roommate? Nope. Never got assigned one. Guess there was some kind of unavoidable computer error on their end. This is hopeless. You're usually good at gift giving and shit. Buttering up judges, bribing court officials, slipping coins into visitors' purses. You have a very antiquated view of what my work entails. Medieval, in fact. I already passed. Did you know him? Sad face. God damn. Whatever photo that is failed to send. God damn it. I mean... What would you do if they're a rich adult? Flatter them or whatever? Rich adults are used to people wanting their money. Flattery puts them on guard. So what's the approach? You approach them as though you've already worked for them. Pretend you're a butler. Acting on wordless commands they've given without an original thought in your head. They aren't suspicious of anyone they feel like they already own. Yeah, that mostly makes sense. So do that. They probably got more in common with rich adults than kids their own age. Need a friend-centric episode? That'd be great. The next, unlockable, like, bonus things. You get, like, a whole friend one. Or, anyone else with a soul. Unless there's some reason you can't do your iconic butler technique here. Because I don't want to act subservient to a child. Sosuke did strain himself slightly when he tried to tackle me to the ground, but that was the extent of it. Yes, as my ad says, no one was hurt. Well, the attacker was. Part of an officer involved shooting, but no one else was hurt. Ow. Well, then perhaps we should forgive all and make peace. Those fools regret their actions. The anger of the house, once roused, is not easily satisfied. Ah, shit, I thought there was a lull, but he's ready to start it back up again. As Sun Tzu says, if your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him. Well, yeah, but... Please, calm yourself, Makoto of House Ikaria. We need to speak with you. About what? About Sosuke. You think he's done something to deserve this? That's not what There's nothing Sosuke could have done to justify what the Blue Bloods have put him through. I assumed as much, but... Makoto had no idea what the Hound of Ikaria was doing up until a year ago, does he? These questions are foolish. I will not waste my time. A wise man can learn from a foolish question, more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. Quote the Bhagavad Gita all you want, robot girl. It's, whoa. Ooh, wait, I didn't know it was a button. It's not impressive for a machine to... Bruce Lee said that. Well, he was probably paraphrasing at the time. Will you help us or not, Makoto? Please. If it's for Sosuke. Enough. Daisuke, Foxman. Electric blue irises flash a deadly glare. The room's shadows seem to extend in his presence, curling and deepening like ink dropped into water. That's a gangster. Chairman? All of you, show some respect now. He says it out of practice, without actually looking around the room. One glance would have shown him there was no need to demand respect. Every head was already bowed. This is a man who is used to others not meeting his eyes. The rest of you get lost. Their practiced obedience didn't betray them. They all slipped away to the halls of the complex without so much as a creak on the floorboards. And even so, their anxiety was screaming at me like a bad tale begging to be taken advantage of. His presence here today was not expected. Now then. Come here, Makoto-tan! Grandpa! How are things on the front lines, huh? Makoto is the heir, so the chairman is his grandfather, of course, but... Aw, my little warlord, making his enemies tremble with fear every time he sets his foot at the door. Oh my god, this is adorable. I was not expecting the head of the house of nobility to be so affectionate. Really awful people being adorable to their children, grandchildren will never now seem funny to you, right? I thought you and father were still at the capital. Well, we were. We made a lot of powerful people in that city very frustrated while we were out of it. And they're really violent nicknames. My little warlord. Who caused a mass murder today? Was it you? Good job. and made a lot of frustrating people very powerful, I'm sure. Wish I had seen their dumb faces solemnly nodding when I canceled my meetings. Just to fly home and see my grandson. Chairman, apologies for the lack of introduction. This is... I know exactly who she is. She's our lawyer. Any good? She is not entirely incompetent. Scary old man with a heart of gold. Love that trope, right? Right? I would hope you would say more than that. Okay, no. And she is somewhat perceptive, father.
Knows when to keep her mouth shut, clearly. How bad can she be?
Her methods are odd. She came here to ask me about Sosuke for some reason.
Ha ha ha! Not another word.
Chairman?
Back in the storehouse on the second floor, there's a cask of sake that I won at a drinking game 5 or so, I suppose it's been 6 years ago now. Would you go and fetch it for your grandfather?
Of course, but...
Little trick of the trade. One sip and anything we tell her becomes inadmissible in court.
I see. Very clever, Chairman. Makoto's allowed to drink sake.
The hell's wrong with you? Of course he can't drink. It's a ceremony of it all, damn it.
Understood. I'll go retrieve it right away.
Have one of those layabouts that were in here fetch you a ladder first. Make them earn their keep for once. Put on a suit and pair of glasses and you think you just stand there for the rest of your career, you lazy. Read your damn emails if you got nothing better to do.
Should we be seated a certain way for...
There's no cask of sake.
Poor Sarah. This entire chapter is like, may I have wine? No. May I have champagne? No. Sake? No. Ginger beer? Please? A ginger beer? Oh.
It's like, someone get this girl a root beer float. Like, come on.
But then, the strategy of becoming intoxicated in order to avoid...
I made that up. You're the lawyer. There ain't truth to what I said.
No need for tricks like that. Attorney-client privilege already binds my hands. I am working for the House Ikaria right now, Sarah. I mean, hell. Makoto could confess to me that he's a mass murderer, and I wouldn't be able to tell his soul. So then, why did you send Makoto away, Mr. Chairman, sir?
I want to walk the gardens.
Are we supposed to follow him? He left that part unsaid. How can you tell? Hey, quick strategy meeting. You know what a butler is, right?
Sarah, don't make the rich, scary old man uncomfortable, okay? We got a role to play here. I really like that. Who's my little warlord?
Let's give you guys some money deals. I'm glad you have an appreciation for attorney-client privilege, sir. It makes these conversations go much smoother. But if you trust privilege so much, why don't you trust your grandson to be here?
Don't kid yourself, Copper. That boy is the future of this family. If I didn't trust him, there'd be no point of any of this. Everything I've built. Dynasties aren't dynasties unless you manage to actually pass them down.
What you've built in the last 30 years is undeniably impressive. It must have required astonishing brutality.
Progress is brutality. And history is unkind to the gentle.
Is that why you orchestrated the fall of the leaves? To use your name in the history books.
Orchestrated. So grand, so full of it. We knocked on their doors, and when they opened them, we shot them. Walked up to them on the street and split their stomachs wide. Pulled up beside them and let loose full auto on their limos. It wasn't anything as complicated as orchestrated. I executed.
Okay, he's scary.
He's very scary.
Have something absolutely adorable in your likes, please. Aside from, my little warlord. January 25th. Oh! Hey, we just missed his birthday. Happy belated birthday, Daisuke. Occupation, CEO of Ikaria Financial Group. Oh, positive. Likes bodybuilding, archery, and bonsai. Okay. Dislikes phones at a dinner table. Oh my god. The way that's written seems like he would shoot you if you answered your phone at the dinner table. undefeated at enjoying spicy food. I mean, spicy food's good. Smells like cedar, tobacco, iron, and dried blood. Handshake is vice-like. Okay, so scary. Scary birthday boy. I'm so 200. I'm so excited. And my uncle named me successor for it. The Bluebuds weren't even able to put up a fight. They were worried about handshake events as social media perception. Thought their friends in high places would be there when they needed them. Thought they'd already won. So how'd you get away with it? Good timing. No one noticed a leaky faucet in a downpour. This was right before the Red Decade got underway. And once the borders started locking up, there was no chance of reinforcements. We never saw it coming. We didn't know there was a bubble. We didn't think things would get that bad. That's what they always say. The losers. The scapegoats paraded in front of courts and cameras to meekly reassure the national audience that, no, you couldn't have done anything. You did everything right, so did we. We're all victims of uncontrollable market forces here. Stale bread for a piss-poor circus. With a pity party instead of proper gladiators. I saw the signs, but more importantly, I didn't ignore them. Droughts from heaven, no grain in the storehouses. There'd only be room for one family of thieves in this city, and I made sure it was mine. Last call, all aboard. And everything you've built since, Renogen, Aura Holdings, the legitimate half you're so proud of. That was the easy part, actually. Re-privatizing an industry is tricky business. The way he says he's horrified thinks of that one sprite it breaks you. How do you break up a state-controlled monopoly into a healthy, diverse, and competitive private marketplace? How? Dunno. I'll let you know if they ever pull it off. The shit show they did go with was easily gamed. Sprinkle some cash in the right bureaucrats' pockets, and we're able to snap up entire economies wholesale. We being the nobility. If that's the term you prefer. Adonai, why is he confessing? He's not confessing, Sarah. He's bragging. He's bragging. Yeah, this is bragging. Mr. Ikaria, I'm not looking to take up too much of your time, but perhaps you could help me understand something. The inciting incident, as they say. In screenwriting. They say it elsewhere too, probably. A year ago, you extended an olive branch to the blue bloods of Nirvana. Was it genuine? My curiosity was genuine. But not your financing. Is that why it fell apart? Why Makoto was attacked? It fell apart because those first gens and young bloods of theirs are hot-headed idiots who can't follow orders. But I expected as much. That's why I ordered my hound to be present on standby. But he didn't assassinate anyone that day, did he? Nah. Instead, Sosuke stepped in front of a blade that was headed for Makoto. And he's been guarding the boy with his life ever since. Was that your order as well? You need to see Daisuke and Mama boxing match? My order, yes. God, that sounds terrifying though. Not my idea. But I'm the patriarch, not a dictator. If my sweet siblings and darling nieces and nephews make an earnest request, who am I to refuse? You had to be pressured into letting Sosuke guard Makoto. Weren't you concerned about Makoto's safety? Of course I was. I just know the best place for the queen is on the attack, not hopping around the king's sides blocking checks. Hey, chess metaphor, help me out. Any piece can sacrifice themselves, but there's only one queen, and she by far has the most mobility. It is better to keep her out in the open, ideally near the center of the field, where she can attack freely, at least assuming you subscribe to... Okay, got it. But here's a question.
Why have the Blue Bloods kept trying to capture Makoto for over a year now? Because of some hot-tempered idiots. What's your answer? Why do you think they would want to capture our little Makotan? His blood. Oh, never mind. If they were literally after Makoto's blood, they'd want to stay supply. Neri suggested they try for an arranged marriage in the line, but Kim didn't seem interested in anything of the sort. Revenge? Nope. Man, I really suck at these ones. The Blue Bloods aren't lacking in motives for revenge. A blood calling followed by 3 decades of humiliation is more than enough. But the most fitting revenge would involve them killing Makoto, not taking him captive. Oh, ransom, they need the money. And Black mentioned plenty of ways to extract revenge from a living subject. Gangs have to maintain a balance between being feared and being tolerated. If the Blue Bloods proudly tortured a child to death, they'd be run out of the lower wards by their own constituents. Ransom. If they took Makoto captive, they could extort the Ikuria for a king's ransom. Once. After that, the Ikuria would make them pay in every other way. And even if the price tag was big enough to ease all the Blue Bloods' woes, the resulting gang war would drain the coffers all the same. People can easily kill for money, but for them to take Makoto hostage? So wait, so no reason. So it's a distraction then? If there's no... They don't need the blood, they don't need the money, and they don't need revenge. But they've been trying for a year. It's gotta be to hide something, I would assume. What's this? Well... They wouldn't want to capture Makoto. They don't. A certain mama said as much to my face, they'd much rather kill your soul heir than capture him. It's what I'd do. If they had any heirs left. I'm actually just slapping his knee laughing every time he does any of these jokes of his. But then, why keep attacking Makoto if not to capture or to kill him? Oh, they want Sosuke. Their goal's never been Makoto. It's just that every time they've gone after their goal, Makoto's been there. You mean? Put another way, the purpose of an operation is what the operation accomplishes. They've been trying to capture Sosuke for over a year. The other day, they finally succeeded. You think those idiot punks want to take my hound alive? I don't think. I know, because it's literally what they did. And that's why they didn't kill him when they had him unconscious. And then bound up and stuff. They captured Sosuke and brought him down to the lower wards. To torture him. Idiots. If they don't talk up to the third, they'll never talk at all. The third what? No, Sarah, don't ask. Don't ask, Sarah. It wasn't just any Blue Bloods that tortured him. It was a pod led by the young blood named Creek. Young, old, bound by blood or water, they're all the same scum. As you say, but I've learned that there are some pretty big ideological rifts among that scum. The Youngbloods captured him, no doubt. On Old Guard orders. But just an hour ago, an Old Guard was asking after Sosuke's health. They didn't want him. Sosuke's the young lord. Sosuke's the young little lord. Sorry. Was that obvious? I'm just like clicking it now. It's just clicking down my brain. He's the right age. They kept trying to capture him alive. They didn't want him dead. Why torture him? And he was an orphan too. Right? I think he was an orphan. I'm pretty sure they said he was an orphan. A generous interpretation. I'm guessing the Youngbloods knew that, but they tortured him anyway. Yep. Probably because they want to know why they've been repeatedly ordered to capture him. And he was talking about Ikarias. Yeah. Out with it. Why would they want my hound? What the Blue Bloods want ultimately is simple. So simple that my aunt can answer this one. I can't?
What do the Blue Bloods need right now more than anything? A lot of money. Without which they can't investigate and legalize Nirvana.
Such a shame that we'll happily pick up where they left off. So the time when they need money, they're throwing their young bloods at capturing Sosuke. Ergo, capturing Sosuke must open a path for them to get their hands on a lot of cash. My. I look away for a few days and suddenly my house skyrocketed in value. Who do I have to thank? Who raised the price on his head to such a degree?
What about Sosuke makes him so valuable? His blood.
Who raised the price on Sosuke's head? You did. 30 years ago, you made him irreplaceable when you killed everyone else who shares a drop of his blood. So why would...
Sosuke is a little lord.
Last descendant of the Blue Bloods ruling families, and the only person on Earth who can get them back their fortunes. Hell of a shot in the dark. You gonna deny it? Sarah, when did the attacks supposedly on Makoto begin?
About a year ago.
What else happened about a year ago?
The meeting between the Blue Bloods and the Ikaria that fell into chaos.
Makoto made it out without a scratch. But only because Sosuke stepped in front of a blade for him. And I can assume that Sosuke's an impressive martial artist.
Sarah. With very well-defined pectorials and collarbones.
But even he must have left blood on the floor that day. Yeah, he bled that day. It's not as if he bled blue. You telling me the oligarch could just smell the resemblance?
They didn't need intuition or guesswork.
Their private security organization, Scientists, is in the business of securing crime scenes, cleaning them up, and performing paternity tests. Could have been a whim. Could have been that they were hoping to match him to DNA left at the other hound attacks. Who knows? But I would pay good money to have been a fly on the wall when they saw the results.
His reaction to this information is not very strong.
That's to be expected. I've just told him a bunch of information that he already knew.
He already knew Sosuke was the little lord.
The chess metaphor you used a minute ago might have sounded like solid reasoning if I actually played. Unfortunately for you, I find the game boring. So it struck me as very odd that a grandfather like you, equal parts doting and calculating, would ever place his heir's safety below concerns as vague as optimal play. You didn't object to Sosuke guarding Makoto because you wanted to keep your hound. You could just convince the rest of the house that it was a bad idea without revealing who Sosuke really is.
If he knew Sosuke was a real target and would keep getting attacked, then having him guard Makoto would actually be putting Makoto in danger.
You know bonsai? They look like miniature trees, but they aren't. They're shrubs. You condition it to look like a miniature tree by pruning it daily until it stops trying to grow into what it's meant to be. And instead lives as what you want it to be. Took the Blue Bloods 30 years to figure out my scheme, and you solved it in what, 48 hours? You deserve a toast. Now I wish that sake was in the storeroom. Poor Makoto's actually downstairs looking for that sake. He's like, oh my god, I don't want to make grandfather upset, but I can't find the sake anywhere. Or actually, never mind. He's probably ordering around everyone to find it, and everyone's tearing apart cleanly and safely taking apart the place looking for it. Instead of a reward for your effort, I'll give you a story. You still trying to reach it? 30 years ago, I saw the future. Not in statistics or stock prices or consumer confidence indexes. I saw it in people's eyes. Sucking ladders on top of each other. Oh no! Fear and delusion. The sinking feeling that maybe everything really is made of bullshit and sea foam. And that if you ever stop to look down at it, you'd fall through the bottom. You can't warn people. They won't believe you. They'll string you to death for implying their boat might have a leak. Only one thing to do in times like those. Take advantage. For 1 year we pulled back. No resistance, no bargaining. We let the Blue Bloods hungrily swallow what we had left behind. For 1 full year, we withdrew and waited and sharpened our knives. 1 year preparation for 1 weekend in August. Hottest August on record. They left all the goddamn windows open. So it went fast. We'd show up, get to work, leave the mess whoever cared to see it, and drive up to the next address. I did 22 myself. God damn. And even if you'd asked me back then, I couldn't tell you the first thing about any of them. Except for the 22nd. She had firm eyes, cold eyes. No, not that harsh. Cool eyes, like condensation on steel. She was very brave. When I took aim at her, she blinked. Not even upset, just exasperated. Like I neglected to hold the door for her. My mouth was dry, felt like I hadn't spoken all day. Had to clear my throat to speak up so she could hear me over the babbling of the river she'd fled to. And the shots in the distance. Wanted to ask her why. Why out here? Why not in a panic room? Why she was wearing a... Oh my god. She just gave birth? Daisuke! Why she was wearing a medical gown and why her thighs were covered in blood. But instead I just asked, why aren't you afraid? And she said, I can't be afraid. I'm a mom now. Can we get her so Daisuke, please? She's also right. I always liked that answer. So when the pistol stopped ringing in my ears and I heard the baby wailing in the bushes, I felt inspired. It's tradition in our family going back centuries that the eldest child be guarded from birth by a nursemaid, typically from a branch family. My wife would be due soon, and the Hayakawa clan had an unfortunate casualty of that month. There was an opening. Expertly done. But why let him live? Adonai! So that I could invent the little lord. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. You started the rumors about a survivor. So long as those fools still had hope they could reclaim their former glory, they'd never rallied themselves into chipping away at ours. Oh, okay. And if they ever did become a real threat again, I'd have the world's most valuable hostage ready to put them back in check. You turned your enemy's last hope into a meat shield for your family, and eventually your personal attack dog. And that was just a bonus. The heir had come of age, and so had Sosuke. He was free to choose any career in the family business at that point. He became the hound of his own accord. Petition to change Daisuke's title to the worst person ever in the Ikaruya. No, I totally agree with that. Jeez. Jesus, okay. I'm sure. But that's just irrelevant at the end of the day, Sarah. It helps me understand why the Blue Bloods have done what they have, but it doesn't put me any closer to proving Sosuke's innocence. But Sosuke is the little lord. If we tell people, won't that change anything? Well, for starters, we won't have any of this in court. Of course not. Can't exactly go telling the court about my exploits 30 years ago. Not when we have attorney-client privilege. But if you use your influence, if you reach out to the Blue Bloods... Oh my god, Sarah. Sarah, not in front of the mafia, please, Sarah. What? We'll work together to set Sosuke free? You're adopting Sosuke and Makoto so you can throw Daisuke to the Morganator. Right? Oh my god, Morgan. At the end of this chapter, if you kind of murder Daisuke, I'm totally cool with that. That'd be kind of cool. Should do it. Should totally do that, Morgan. Can you murder for me? I killed everyone he would ever consider family copper. Besides a few old crooks waiting to die, anyone who shares a drop of his blood is in the ground. Most of them put there by me. Hey Sosuke, do you want to do a murder too? You and Morgan can work together, please. I did all of that to sink the Blue Bloods. Now that they're finally ready to die, you think I'd throw them a lifeline just to protect one man? Just to keep one man out of prison? This is where he sent Makoto away. He's right. I'm not allowed to disclose anything I've learned here without his express permission. It would complicate the tax suit against my family terribly if it came up that I lied about a blood relation in it. Sosuke's in the will, after all. That's the law. Didn't mean to run you in circles, honestly. I would prefer you never waste your time unearthing any of this. That's what I get on relying on him to deliver a message, I suppose. It's not very prominent, but there has been a bit of transform Sosuke theorizing in the community ever since this part. Wait, really? Hold on. Sosuke. Okay. Mainly revolving around Daisuke's bonsai metaphor, being able to... Oh! Wait! That's actually a really cool metaphor. Like... Huh, okay. I really like that theory. That's kind of neat. You're the one who wanted to keep my investigation limited. I thought you'd get the picture and hard to make a plea deal. Negotiate the charges down to manslaughter. Get this all squared away so we can focus on fighting this damn audit. Audit? Sosuke's on trial for his life. Sosuke swore to protect this family with his life. I'm respecting his wishes. If he does go to prison, the Blue Bloods will die knowing their little lord is alive. But permanently beyond their reach, rotting in a cell for killing their own men, in defense of their own worst enemy. And relating to how he often doesn't seem to be too proud of his masculine traits, such as his physique, and least significantly less proud than Daisuke, for example. Yeah, I'm gonna be seeing it all now. Oh my gosh. But, blah, blah. I can see why you wouldn't mind that outcome. A hostage you're never willing to sacrifice isn't a hostage. That's just a babysitting gig. I spared his life 30 years ago. This doesn't even cover his interest. So, Sosuke's always just been a tool for you. A hostage you protect until a perfect use came along. I've always wondered, do tools appreciate that part? When they're used properly. What do you think, Peko Pekoyama? Does Sosuke have any complaints? That doesn't make any sense. Huh? Huh? Sosuke is a veteran. He served in the military. Did you grant your hostage permission to go risk his life for his country instead of you? It was not like he's one of those Minutemen they throw at walls. He was never in any real danger. What about as your hound? Deadly assassination, infiltration missions. He could have died during any of them. Why let your perfect hostage, your obedient tool, take on such dangerous work? Why give him your last name? Why let him live under your roof, raise him like a son? Why trust him in protecting the life of your son, your grandson? Why are you lying and pretending you don't? Pardon my android's outburst, sir. I'll have to adjust her conversational parameters later. Sarah, more robot! More robot! Don't bother. Just rip its voice box out entirely if it's going to speak over a man under his own roof. Excuse me? Sarah, do you want to get on this double homicide? And by double homicide, I mean Morgan and Sosuke murdering Daisuke. This is one of those Gelly neuron activation scenes that expanded. If they expanded on this part, Daisuke even slightly more, he would have been one of your favorite characters this chapter. Goddamn copper. Next, the furniture will be telling me what I feel about my own damn family. 4 million feminist rosaries for you, Daisuke. Raise him like a son. What bullshit. I have no son. Counselor. Do your damn job and tell Sosuke to do his. Now. I'm sorry. That wasn't very butler-like behavior just now. It's fine. It was a good play in that moment. But
Do you think he really meant that? I don't know. Do you think he meant it when he said he has no son? Makoto is Daisuke's grandson. If he has no sons, then the previous heir that Sosuke grew up guarding must have been... probably Sarah. Yeah, Sarah, you slid. Don't worry, you're saying. Makoto's mother. Hi, Mire. She's so pretty. She's so cool. Also save the game again. Okay, I'm gonna change the thumbnail again. I'm like, okay, we'll get to the trial. Well, you're not getting to the trial. Is it safe to assume everyone in your family has severe trust issues? I have no issues with trust myself. But as you've seen, the house has a very particular preferences when it comes to information siloing. This entire chapter is everybody telling us anything, not telling us anything, everyone hiding everything from us, right? Fancy words. You could have just told me who you are. I told you my name and my position in the house. Is it relevant that I'm married, that I'm a mother? Should I be flattered? You told me you were for Audio Holdings. You didn't mention you're at least the second most powerful member of the house. If I had to tell people that, it wouldn't really be true now, would it? You could have told me your relation to Sosuke. He guarded you every day of your life until you were 19. 19? He's your goddamn brother. So the message you want me to pass along. If you see a way out, take it. You want him to try and make a deal with the Blue Bloods to get out from under the house. If Sosuke merely gave them what they wanted, I'm sure there'd be dozens of Blue Bloods ready to confess to the crimes he's accused of. So you knew. And if you thought you could parse that message, that means Sosuke. He's not an unintelligent... Oh my god! Does everybody know this? And I'm... physically me being the last one to find out that Sosuke's a little lord. But I'm thinking like, it's Chopin. No. It's Huey. No. It's Makoto. It's literally anyone but Sosuke. Merely stubborn about all the most frustrating things. Alright, yeah, talk. Spill some beans here. What does the Blue Bloods want from Sosuke precisely? A blood donation? One sample will not suffice. They need to be able to validate their accounts or whatever's called for. Daily blood donations, then. I told you. The Elgard want to become nobility. How do they cement alliances amongst the aristocracy of old? They want Sosuke to marry? But the old guard are old. Sosuke's already got as much blue in his veins as they could ask for. They don't need him to marry into them. They need him to marry into power. Not the worst thing to have asked of you. Have you ever been in an arranged marriage? Don't call it a gift. Hey, Mire. You're an heir apparent up until Makoto was born. At that time, Sosuke was your bodyguard? And driver. And poison taster. Though, that would most often entail me giving him concoctions to try. What? His assignment actually ended when I married. Subtracting Makoto's age, that had to have been over a decade ago. So he joined the military the moment he didn't have to shadow you anymore. And after he got back, he asked to become the Hound? Yeah, I must really hate guard duty. He must. And back up a moment. Your father didn't want me uncovering Sosuke's parentage. Most likely because he didn't want Sosuke to know the strength of his own bargaining position. But you told me to pass Sosuke a message that he'd only understand if he already knew who his parents were. So how long has he known? And how long have you known he's known? And when did Daisuke cease knowing who knows what? Around the time Sosuke left for the military. Huh, hell of a thing to find out at your entrance physical.
It was before he left for the military, actually. Did that influence his decision? Sosuke finds out he could be the richest man in the city, and then he wants to risk dying in battle? Quite the guilty class consciousness. I don't know exactly what did or didn't influence his decision to join the military back then. You'd have to ask him. I apologize for any gaps in knowledge you've had to work around, but hopefully you now understand how delicate of a situation you found yourself in. Yeah, I can smell the explosive and hear the fuses sizzling. I just don't get why no one's gone over to stomp them out. If Sosuke's known this whole time why the Blue Bloods wanted to capture him, why didn't he tell us? Because he tells us nothing. Because everyone in this family tells us nothing, Sarah. Because he's a stubborn man working for a highly secretive family. That I get. What I don't get is why he didn't defect the moment he learned the truth. Who knows? You'll have to work out the rest with him. I've given you all the aid my position allows. I suppose it was kind of you to share information with us at all. Being in charge of the legitimate side of your family, you don't have any connection with this incident yourself. I wonder which one to pick. The one that's highlighted in this teal. No connection with this incident? That's not quite accurate. Pardon? You do have a connection in this case, even if you yourself don't realize it. I found a note by the body of the Blue Blood who took Sosuke captive. It read M. Ikaria. Oh, we thought it was Makoto, but it was Mirei. This is one of the men who attacked my son. I'd imagine a note with his name is the least of what you'd found. They've never been after your son, not once. It's always just been about capturing Sosuke, and Makoto's just been in the crossfire. Which Sosuke knows. Which explains his reluctance to accept responsibility of guarding Makoto. So, I seriously doubt this dead man was interested in Makoto Ikaria. Mirei Ikaria, however, has no relation to the world that a dead man lived in. That was the side of the day she was born. But you do have a relation to Rennigan. Makoto mentioned your family was given one seat on the board as a show of respect. I take it that's a deception too. You may have let Rennigan go public, but you never given up control of it. The rest of the board must be your family's puppets. But that doesn't matter. What matters is what Rennigan makes and the prices it charges. Was I supposed to remember what this was? What was Rennigan again? It's medicine, but for what? For what? For what? For what? Ingested. Oh, for diabetes. Okay. Rennigan is best known for the patenting of metformin, a patent which expired years ago. Plenty of other companies making it now. And yet the price hasn't gone down. The invisible hand sets price where it will. Sure, but this is your invisible hand. A normal corporation couldn't strong-arm its competitors into keeping prices high. That'd be operating as a cartel. But the reincarnation of the Ikaria drug cartel would know exactly how to go about that without getting caught. If that were true, it'd be so much easier than you make it out to be. The right email signature, the right package delivered to the right address, the right look. These executive types scare easy when a perceived threat is anything bordering on physical. Of course, it helps that the end result is we all profit immensely. But yes, is very lucrative. What of it? The dead man, Creek, had a brother with a very expensive tuition and type A. Oh, and the diabetes. Type 2 abnormal diabetes. He'll need Mibibibib for the rest of his life. Then he really ought to choose the proper insurance plan, don't you think? I don't get the impression that family member coverage is a benefit Blue Bloods offer. I suppose even the Mob Act has its limits. Yeah. One could find the name of Emi Caria in the relation to the Renegin board if they looked hard enough. So you think this Creek individual was going to threaten me? Come to me in the street with a knife, a gun. He wouldn't get within 100 meters. Oh, I don't doubt that. Now, the rest of this is speculation, but he might just want to contact you. That would have been even less likely to succeed. So, you truly don't care that his brother needs his medicine. Sosuke is like a brother to you, and you've gone out of your way to try and help him, even when you stand to gain nothing from it. Yes, but I wouldn't expect my enemies to be impressed by the effort. How would you feel if they laughed at your effort? My apologies, new android. Still adapting to conversation, Sarah. You know what we sold back before Renegin? Before the facade of nobility, back when we were just the Ikaria cartel. Opioids? Yes, it was still illegal back then. But not for everyone. Take the exact same compounds, put them in an extended release pill, sell it at the pharmacy. And that's just pain management. It's all the same poison, equally addictive whether you get it from a dealer or a doctor. Have you ever seen someone go through opioid withdrawal? Like taking a wine opener to your stomach for 7 days straight, they testified. Pain that eats people alive slowly and replaces them with something unrecognizable. A loving parent would steal from their own child if they thought it would buy them release from that kind of pain. Painkillers, what a joke. Does Renegin produce painkillers? No, we do not. People die if they don't get the medicine they need, and I'm sure their family mourns them. But addicts die a little more every day of their life, until the day they finally fade out forever. And their family feels disgusted with themselves for breathing a sigh of relief. Plenty of kinds of evil in this world, little girl. Plenty to choose from. For real people like us, if you don't choose, the choice is made for you. Now wipe that look off your face and access the following address. Renegin.main.financing.prescriptionfinancingoptions.outofpocket.apply. You have that memorized? But this portal is not listed or linked to anywhere on the site, I know. But it still works fine. By law, we have to have it. But we can't be blamed if the website is poorly designed. If you know any despondent crybaby college students looking for coupons to help pay for medication, they might want to start there. Thank you. Don't thank me. Don't. I can't stand it. Just save Sosuke's life. Dunno how you pulled that off. Adonai. They do consistently refer to themselves as a house. Perhaps they simply value family more than you think. Huh, okay. Oh, we're back. Oh, hey, we can talk to Sosuke. Alright, so I think we'll talk to Sosuke and then I guess we'll end the episode. I'm pretty sure a lot is to be said right now. So, where should we begin? Actually, wait, is he not going to talk to us? Oh god. Oh, what do you mean? I'm afraid I don't have anything new to tell you. Stubborn about all the most frustrating things, was it? I'm your lawyer, Sosuke. We're sworn to do what's best for our clients, their rights, and their privacy. To an extent that many consider extreme, we are unable to disclose incriminating or otherwise problematic information that our clients give to us. A bit longer after this? Okay. I can tell because you're still awake. I was like, wait a second, isn't it like super late where you're at? No matter the circumstances.
like 30 or 40 minutes from now would be a perfect stopping point. Well, that sounds like the perfect time to stop the stream anyway. Awesome. Okay, cool. Also, let me save the game again. So I just finished talking to... Yep, there we go. Also, 200. Woo! This whole system is designed to benefit the defendant. So it really upsets me to find out that my clients are lying to me about vital information that could help me save their lives, Sosuke. If you're troubled by my nature of my work as the Hound... It is early, kind of? Like just starting your day after stream is over? Oh my god. You're adopted. Yes, from Hayakawa. That's bullshit. I know it. I know it. And people whose opinions you respect know it. Fine. All members of the military have extensive DNA samples on record. If I subpoena... Alright, stop. Just stop. Does the military keep all its members' DNA on record? I don't know. Probably, I guess, right? Yes, I know what you're referring to. Even before I knew, I did wonder. If you'd known about your real family for more than a decade, why haven't you ever? Because it doesn't matter. Try telling that to the Blue Bloods. They've been risking a gang war for over a year trying to get to you. That's their choice. It has nothing to do with me. How can you... I'm appalled, Sosuke. How could a brave soldier serving the House of Ikaria allow violence to continue while he knows he could stop it? Worthy attempt, counselor. Sorry, had to try it. Guess I'm not used to having to persuade people to act in their own best interest. Or that of their family. Family? The Ikaria raised me, fed me, taught me how to read, write, and walk. They gave me a home, a purpose. They're using you. They need me. They've got a funny way of showing it. I owe everything to them and nothing to the dead. They're only dead because a man you call father murdered them. He did that a long time ago to people I've never met. You'll have to forgive me if I'm short on empathy for complete strangers. I'm guessing Dusky to say, hey, I shot your mom and took ya. Aunts, uncles, cousins, parents, siblings. You can't call them complete strangers, Sosuke. Can't I? The Ikaria are my family. Nothing will change that. Nothing ever could. Let's test that. Pardon? The state thinks you've murdered a cop. They'll make sure no one ever thinks of following your example. Let me repeat that. The full brunt of the police state is about to fall directly on the back of your neck. Hammer. Nail. I'm not afraid of prison. You ever been in one? What? No, They'll shave you. What? When you're convicted, they'll shave you for hygiene. It's not for hygiene. Are you talking about that virtual work release thing? Do they fit you for skull caps? Not right away. They don't do that to people. Okay. Put a man in chains, strip him naked, sew his mouth shut. He'll still recognize himself in the mirror. He's still a person. But shave his head, give him a uniform, make him sit in the dark with 500 others who've been treated the same. He starts to forget. Forget that he's a person. After you're so bored, you're seeing constellations in concrete. And after you're scratching your skin raw just to feel something new. That's when they ask you if you like a job. After people stop being people. How could you even know any of that? Yeah, hold on. I know. I said like, what? Hold on. Where? Damn it! I was like, I need to know about this. Chaotic, what a time to come back right now. And it's like, we're sorry. Google says, no thank you. You can't do that. Holy crap. Alright. My terms and articles thing says no. I'm a defense attorney, Sosuke. Who else gets to see the inside of a prison and walk away afterwards?
Makoto sent me himself, so you never actually took your one phone call, did you? Denied by Google Noir, right? Take my phone and call Hannah Kim. The Blue Bloods will volunteer a fall guy to confess to these crimes and you'll walk free. After which, you'll become one of the richest men in the city overnight. That's not... If you're at all curious, I have done some calculations to estimate the extent of your familial holdings. The number is quite remarkable. You could almost buy an android the price of me. Though I suppose I haven't taken taxes into account. No one's asking you to abandon the Ikaria. You could become their greatest ally. Together your families would. I know exactly what would happen if I made that deal. Made some peanut butter treats? Oh my god, I bet they love you so much for that. I won't do it. Why the hell not? Why not, Sosuke? You'd be like an ultra trillionaire to afford Sarah? Exactly. Sarah's basically priceless. You're forgetting a few small details involved in this process. Namely, disowning the people who raised me my entire life. And claiming myself before the world as the son of people I've been fighting ever since I was a teenager. How shameless do you think I am? Daisuke, that man raised me like his own son. And in return, I can't throw away the name he gave me just for goddamn money. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons. And they will follow you into the deepest valley. Isn't that it? You'd rather rot in prison as an Ikaria than live in luxury as a blue blood? Gladly. This is my final answer, Morgan. If you try to use my parentage in the trial tomorrow, I'll dismiss you as my counsel and change my plea to guilty. If that's your answer, then that's your answer. You're the client. What you say goes. Right. So if you somehow last another night without the cops smothering you in your sleep, we'll need some kind of strategy for when we go into court tomorrow. Of course we will. And what are your thoughts on the matter? I might have found a window of opportunity. A chance that someone other than you had the means, motive, and opportunity to commit these crimes. Have you remembered anything else about your captivity? Maybe if we go over it again and I extrapolate somewhat or a lot. We'll need to be prepared. You're going to be called to stand tomorrow. All you need to do is keep silent, right? You better not. I'll be the one asking the questions. You're going to call him to testify. What do you expect me to say up there? I want you to tell the truth, of course. I want you to tell the court exactly how you were set free. Alright, I'm assuming we got a taxi ride home. The song while Sosuke was speaking is a vibe of Ace Attorney Reminiscence theme. Alright, you gotta take another night shift? He's infuriating, but I'd rather he didn't get shanked at the moment. Of course, Adonai. Detective Bald London will be back shortly, and I'll make sure Sosuke's monitored all night. What is it? You gonna ask me to explain his decision? Because I'm done trying at this point. I don't think his decision is that confusing. He wants to be loyal to the people who've shown loyalty to him. Shown loyalty? Do you need a microscope to see it? You spot any members of the noble house of Ikaria around here? Are they hiding under a box somewhere? The people who've shown loyalty to him historically. Detective Baldwin. His decision doesn't confuse me, but his choice of words. His decision doesn't confuse me, but his choice of words. He considers the Ikaria his true family, yet he again spoke of a debt to them. That seemed odd to me. What do you think? I don't know. Do they really shave everyone in prison? Or is that another bluff? Not everyone, no. Only everyone who can't pay the fees. Future prison sounds even more terrifying than like normal, regular, everyday normal our-time prison. Jeez. Okay.
Morgan's apartment. A good puzzle feels satisfying to complete. Like a good story, it maintains its appeal even when viewed in hindsight. A bad puzzle doesn't make sense after you finish it. The picture's there, but it's muddled and vague. And you feel like an idiot for bothering to piece it together. Sosuke Ikaruya is that kind of puzzle. I fit every edge to every edge just so. But the result wasn't satisfying. An infuriating client to cap off a frustrating case. Having to keep track of what the cops know, what the Blue Bloods know, what the Ikaruya are hiding, what Emma's thinking. What I've learned and what I know to be true. What I can prove and what I can actually say. And even after all that, getting kneecapped when my client refuses to play his best cards. I want to clear my head. What was Satoshi saying? You just see his little face in the window just appear up like, puzzles? What? Or maybe empty it. Bake? Look? Watch? Well, the answer is bake, yeah? We're baking it... Okay, but like... Is it cupcakes? Or is it a different type of baking? And I can't save. Okay, fine. I'm not hungry. Ah, damn it. Baking is satisfying. Applied chemistry, which is just applied math. But the cleanup isn't fun. When I don't have a neighbor I'm trying to butter up or a client to visit, everything just sits in my freezer until I end up throwing it out. Sarah seems to shovel it all down without complaint, but she's not here now. When I was still slaving away in that witch's office, I was never wanted for Hungry Mouse. Coworkers will eat anything you leave out in a break room. Oh no. Okay, so real quick story time. And it's literally it's literally this. If I ever get truly desperate to hide evidence, I'll just bake into a pie and find an office party. Okay, so way back when I worked at I'm not gonna say names, a cafe of a sort that sold coffee that people really liked. Dex. A manager at a different store got a skin disease and had to quit during the winter, which is called Q4, which is like, you know, the busiest time for businesses. And so I temporarily got put to management at that store, which was a really old store. Okay, so I drove to that store and was like trying to do my best to manage stuff like that. But their freezers were kind of broken, mind you. Like they were not keeping any of their foods cold. And we had it was like a bakery type stuff too. So we had like, you know, a lot of different types of foods and soups and frozen stuff like that. So I was like, okay, well I can't have like, you know, 2 walk-ins of freezers like all melt and, you know, we waste all that food. So I called up like the stores nearby and I'm like, hey, do you guys have freezer space I can borrow, you know, to like put this food, you know, so it doesn't freeze. And I'll drive to it like every day before work and come get it. And they had some room and I put some in some room. But I also happen to have a deep freezer, which is like one of those big, deep, like, it's like a mini fridge, but it holds a lot of stuff. And I had a freezer, so that stuff. And I'm like, okay, the excess stuff I will put into my freezer. And that makes it easier for me to grab to go to work and take it to work. The story's going. And I was like, I'll do this until we get new freezers for the place. So, what happened was end of the year popped up, and end of the year had your end of the year inventory, which is when you count everything in inventory. You write up your shrink, which is whatever you don't have that can be accounted for. Like, you know, like, hey, it didn't sell, it wasn't put into waste, we don't know what happened to this. So you can start the new year off like everything, like, you know, being exact numbers of what you have. I grabbed all the foods from all the other freezers and counted those up, but I forgot to count everything that was in my freezer at home about end of the year inventory. So end of year inventory came up, and we were off by a lot of things on like a lot of soups and apple tarts. So I think those are apple tarts that we had. And then I got home and I realized like, oh no, it's all in my freezer. I can't tell them this because I wasn't technically supposed to bring it to my house. I was only supposed to bring it to the stores, but they didn't have enough space and I didn't know what to do with it, mind you, okay? And so I'm like, I need to get rid of this. No one can know that I accidentally took home and zeroed out all of this food because it looks like I stole it, right? It looks like, oh man, I took it home, put it in my freezer, marked it as non-existent for the store, and I can't put it back into the system because I would raise up flags on why this all came back into the system. And I probably could have told somebody, but I was younger, okay? So what I did is I threw a New Year's holiday party, cooked all that up, and served it all to my coworkers and everyone else. And I told them in the end, like, hey, you all ate evidence. If anyone snitches, I will tell that you ate it. As a joke, mind you. I wasn't like legit threatening my friends because we all were laughing at this, okay? So, yeah, I did that. And I'm going to so suspicious. So, yeah, this actually works. No one snitched on me that the food was missing because I accidentally took it home and zeroed out the food on accident. And they all ate the evidence because it was soups and it was apple tarts and it was really good. So, yeah, I can confirm. If you just bake food for hungry coworkers, they will eat it. So I was able to see hit my baking into something. Yeah, it was legit the food I baked. Lady, did you return before or after I just confessed to a crime? Morgan and I have a lot in common. So yeah, people will the actual perfect time. I don't know. Yeah, lady does not know any crimes I've committed, and I definitely just say this out. You know, like, YouTube, cut the last 5 minutes. So yeah, and it was gone without a trace of minutes. Here's something to be for this scene. Oh no, I can't really bake food though. Oh darn it. Now we're rolling it back. Alright, let's watch TV, I guess. I feel like finding something to stream. Sarah's messed up all my recommendations anyway. Sarah, no, you were watching Cocomelon. My homepages used to be great, turned to a T. Oh god. I get closed circuit footage of industrial machine accidents and gun assemblies with no commentary in the title. Now it's all street workout videos and film director tier lists. If the end result is my internet history looks a little more random to an outsider, I guess I can forgive it. But if she ever gets me added to mailing lists for diet supplements, I'm fully revoking her net access. Alright, I guess we will look outside the window and definitely not see anything suspicious out there. You love Marco's full supervillain recommendations, Sarah just ignores it. Not in the mood for people watching. Sometimes if I let my eyes unfocus, the massive foot traffic on the... I just realized, I am so bored. I guess I should just go do a murder. If I let my eyes unfocus, the massive foot traffic on the streets below melts into one dark amoeba, curling slightly as it edges as it squirms along the petri dish of the world around me. Its edges are lost beyond the horizon, which can be zen in its own way. I'm guessing that's what people see in ant farms, but I wouldn't know. Who the hell would want more insects crawling around their house? This is pointless. I should just do a murder. Might as well close my eyes and wait. Even staring daggers into the backs of my own eyelids would do more good than this. Whatever this is. Dot, 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 dot. Hey, cool kid. If you go to jail for starting this pyramid scheme of an extracurricular activity, does that help or hurt your chances of becoming a lawyer? You're trying to recruit members because if you don't hit critical mass, this all falls apart. It's exactly like a pyramid scheme. Well, I don't know that I can give you advice since I'm only a member on paper. But if you want to start a club for solving mysteries, maybe you should, solve one first. I don't know. Ask questions, talk to people, I guess. Record what they say. Take notes and think real hard. Oh, you never know. You can be pretty persuasive. Or at least entertaining. I mean, I'm still sitting here for some reason, right? Huh. Guess I fell asleep after all. It's still dark out, though. What time is it? 5 in the morning?
9:40? Oh god, wait, what time's our trial? It says 9:40 on my phone. Oh. I thought it was like 9:40 a.m. It's 9:40 p.m. I slept for 30 minutes, that's it? What the hell is going on with me today? Am I really about to give up and start scrolling on my phone? I should check my temperature. There might be something wrong with me. Don't feel like going to find the thermostat. How about a bet? 300 says the first article that pops up is an advertisement. 300, there's always good news every night. Beloved school janitor given dance-off salute by students after having to postpone retirement for the third time. Double or nothing. Federal investigators recovered Dennings girl. Dennings. Was that the girl in chapter 0? No. Well, congrats on no longer being kidnapped. But you just cost me 600, you little shit. It was Dennings. I know we brought up a Dennings girl before. The nation rejoices tonight as the daughter of renowned philanthropist Joseph Dennings has been confirmed home safe and sound, thanks to the efforts of federal investigators spearheaded by a playbook that applies old techniques to tackle new challenges. Ooh, when less suspicious is straight buried in my back. But yeah, but that's wasteful. I can't be wasteful. And that's how you get all telltale hearty, right? You're like, oh no, I can hear like the food, like, you know. And I had a dog. And I had my dog at the time, who would absolutely dig up the entire thing to be like, ooh, soup and dirt. I love it. I'm like, no. His name was Leon. Dennings originally rose to prominence as the CEO of Constancy Inc., which was a time marketing firm specialized in virtual advertising. Dennings' vision for bringing advertising to the front lines was a blah, blah, blah. Do we care about Dennings? His daughter was kidnapped on her way home from school in an attack investigators describe as meticulously planned and flawlessly executed. Vicious attackers contacted Dennings' family, demanded a ransom. Blah, 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 blah. First name is essential. Blah, 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 blah. They mapped to the psychology of the kidnappers themselves. Okay, that's kind of neat. We wouldn't really describe this as a terrorist attack, but stick to as a terrorist to commit this atrocity did us the courtesy of communicating openly and often. From the way they spoke, the words they chose, you start to narrow down their possible backgrounds and then revisit the crime scene. Blah, 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 blah. Anyone who read handouts can copy what they see in military sims, but this brutal act of class-motivated violence was carried out without so much as a shot fired, miraculously. Possible relationship between Mr. Dennings' past work and suspects' military backgrounds. Are you infuriated as we are about anti-authority, outside actor anarchists, inciting anxiety on our city streets anonymously? Join us as our push to make all internet searches tied directly to citizens' tax return ID. Imagine. Everyone who's a writer is so screwed. Because I've had, like, especially, oh my god, all fangin writers are so screwed and looking up, like, hey, how much blood can someone lose if blank happens? Or how much immediately get pinged as the government and they tax you on it? Oh god. How's that for the long odds? What are the chances I see that name? Perfect timing, actually. On a scale of 1 to 10, my friend, wolf. Maybe chewing out Mira for keeping me in the dark is just the nightcap I needed. That woman was like a black cat. That woman was like a black cat, charming. But when they darken your door a second time, you start to wonder if you aren't hexed. Hang on, that knock doesn't sound like Mira. Oi! That voice almost sounds like... Pen up already, ya shit. I better check the door cam. Oh! Reyes. How does it feel to be burned alive as a recent one of mine? Yep. Taxed. Taxed, Gally. Taxed. Oh, Leon was, he was a Jack Russell Terrier. I had two. I had a Jack Russell Terrier named Leon, and I had a Terrier Chihuahua mix
named Duke. Duke is Leon. He passed when he was like 14 years old. So he lived a very long and full, happy life. And Duke currently lives with this nice old lady in Florida still because he couldn't travel. Because he's also kind of getting kind of old, and obviously not gonna like get rid of my dog and put him in a pound or anything. So we found this nice old lady who loves dogs, and she makes him clothes and cooks all his meals. And has a little dog carriage for him. She spoils him rotten. I'll show pictures later. We're just talking to her stream chat when we can race away the door is actually canon. Oh, detective, is that you? Open up. Pardon? I said pen up. Hang on, are you... Do we have drunk Reyes right now? Do we have drunk Reyes? Look at this image, I love it. Don't pretend you can't hear me, you little creep cave, you little you creep. Detective Reyes, are you drunk? Yeah, no. It's a crime for you to ask me that. Oh. I can just wave my badge hello to the door cam. And my door just unlocks like that. That cannot be legal. Oh, it's not legal. What? What model of door is it? Oh, yeah. For this model of door. Look at her. In this city's zoning, it is legal for me to unlock your door like that. Guess Han had a point. Need to make spare keys is a fair trap to avoid this bullshit. And since you just invited me in, I did not. Here I am, above the book. Jeez, look at this rocked out. What is happening right now? Why is your ceiling all the way up there? Who'd you kill to get a place this huge? Oh, a lot of people, Reyes. What do you even do in this much space? Hang from the rafters like a bat? Echo. Your 3 doggos are a Bichon Frise, a golden doodle, and a Crusty, a poodle, and only a sheepdog. Oh, that sounds adorable. Oh my gosh. Echo. Detective, this is absurd. Does anyone even know you're... Baldin! Does anyone even know you're here? Wait. Morgan, what? What? Let me check. Detective Reyes, badge number 10806. Reporting on all channels. Self-assignment, protective surveillance of suspected criminal target. Threat assessed as medium and low target capabilities. Not a threat to self or others. Reporting in from oh, what's your address? Do not dox me to every cop in the city, Reyes. Reporting in from address withheld. Any copies? Over. Copy. Campsite entering the building. Copy. Reading your biometer. I got you. 10806. Have a quiet night. Are you finished? Hey, where's the snowball? What? She waves her hands in a rough approximation of something cloud-shaped. Snowball. Matcha ball? Sarah's doing her job. Likely story. You're probably making her sleep in a coffin in the parking garage. Going off of David's setup, she might be more comfortable if I did. Is this booze? That's water. Ugh, God! Can I do something for you this evening, detective? Or did you come here just to critique my interior decorating and knock shit over? I came here because I'm drunk. And I'm drunk because you're in danger. No. Other way around.
I drank because I was pissed and everyone told me to go home. Even though he shot a guy only a few hours ago, I'm the one who's too emotional and too useless. So I came here to catch a bad guy. 'Cause what? You're defending that cop killer. Uh-huh. Who's also an orca killer. A whale cop killer. A killer whale cop. Every goddamn idiot in the city wants to shoot him. And also you, 'cause you're his just stinking lawyer. Thanks? And I'm a cop. Cops is supposed to protect people. Even stinky lawyers like you. Thanks? So I'll park myself right here and catch the next assassin they send after you. Then lock him up and throw away the key. And if I accidentally save your life too, that's okay. Even if you don't deserve it, 'cause, yeah. You could just stop talking. I can stop talking easy. First bald London, now drunk Reyes. I'm gonna make the avatar backwards so drunk Reyes just walks backwards and wobbly the whole time. To be like, oh man. These detectives are a little off their Bald and Reyes. Do you really not have anything to drink? Would you like me to bake you some crime cookies? I'm not sure I want to drink with you, detective. Who invited you? You're the host, do whatever, but I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and where the hell's the screw top? If I have to host a drunk Detective Reyes for the rest of the night, as I evidently do, that'd be a sight to see. I will break him on purpose. It'd be funny. Suppose I need to force myself to go through the ordeal sober. I'll get a bottle opener, detective. Oh shit. I said I'll get it. No, I love it. I love it. F12. Wait. This is the best. Oh no, we're watching car videos on YouTube too? This is the best part of the vid where he breaks down the horsepower. For years, they all abided by this gentleman's agreement where their engines would have horsepower capped at 270 or so. Devoid like arms race of engineering in country where there's such huge street races. Oh my god, wait. Thumbnail material for sure. Also, is in 2086, is Fast and the Furious still going as a franchise? Oh my god. Right. The crazy part is, it was only ever on paper. They were building and selling, like, cars at 300 horsepower, and they all just listed horsepower as 270 domestically. Yeah. God, everybody knew it. I mean, they were selling the same car with the same engine, with the same goddamn torque rating in 2 different countries, and they were saying, oh, I don't know, I think it's like 276. That's so crazy. I was born the wrong generation. Morgan's Netflix algorithm is going to be fully messed up. It's going to be filmed like old film directors and Fast and Furious. Oh my gosh. I'll die without even knowing what gasoline smells like. It does not smell good, Reyes. It really doesn't. Fast and Furious 124. Wait. I was trying to think of like a countdown name, like crap. I can't think of it. I want to find out more. Gasoline is odorless. It smells bad. What do you mean it's odorless? What? Oh, never mind. Thank you, Morgan. I learned something new today. It's odorless. They added a strong smell during refinement so that leaks could be noticeable. That's natural gas, you dummy. Scared me for a second. Jeez. And if you're gonna try and ruin something for me that I never even had a chance of experiencing experiencing. You better get it right. Doesn't know, just in guess. So, you knew Chopin? So, you knew Chopin? God. We dated, okay? What? What? Hold on. Reyes, you could do 100 times better than that. Reyes. No. What? What? Craziest reveal ever. What? We dated, okay, Happy? No one would have guessed that, Reyes. No one. For how long? Once. Which is not a lot. Duh. I know. It was such a shitty date. Or his uniform, like I was supposed to salute. Okay, at least it was just one date. Okay. God, he was cheap. He said, what'd you tip the bartender? And he got all confused. Or I said that. He just handed me 2 cans. Why would I tip? Oh my god, this is why this guy got murdered. Did they say he was cheap too? And he didn't tip? Bring your police uniform to it. It's crazy. Like, ugh. No wonder he got stabbed, honestly. Because you tipped the goddamn bartender, man. That's why. Can always tell when someone grew up with money. Maybe they just can't hide it. Bro, something else you dated, bro. Maybe none of them ever learned the decency to try. Rockford's not bad. It's like, oh no, Rice is saying Rockford's not so bad. I mean, it's obvious still, but the airhead part kind of offsets it. Yeah, that's... Wait, what do you mean? Emma comes from money? Morgan doesn't know her girlfriend's rich. I guess even you can tell a joke. Worst it ever been on. Regis looked like she's gonna stab him. You'd think his liquid assault with all the nitpicking he did. Oh my god. So he bothered them like a million times for a million notifications and didn't tip anyone? That is bad. What do you know? Oh, you probably haven't been on a date since the 60s. How old do you think I am? I was talking about the tip. What tip? Oh, the tip. Well, yeah. But still, do you even have a dating profile? Or do you just, like, hang around funeral homes and castles and shit, looking for other creatures of the night? I don't have a dating profile. You met Chopin through an app? Yeah, dating app for cops. There's a dating app for cops? Maybe we drop this case. Maybe Neil needs to go to jail for this murder. Exactly, right? Yeah, just for cops. Just for all. Oh my god. Like justice for all. But just for all. I got you, sneaky Phoenix Wright reference. Justice for All is my favorite Ace Attorney game, by the way. Why is it called Just for All if it's just for cops? It's a... Oh, it's a pun. Well, not really a pun, wordplay. Play on words, justice for all. The cop catchphrase. We say it all the time when we catch people. There's an app for everyone. Even serial killers like you. Or maybe even lawyers with sun allergies. I don't think there's an app for me. Hang on. Let me project a hologram of the world's smallest violin out my eye socket. God damn. Drunk Rays is so great. What do I think of Franny? Oh, Fran, our little, like, adopted child? They're funny as hell. I like them. Apps suck anyway. This one I matched, she was terrible. Her teeth. She was trying to smile or some shit, but she was like, all teeth. Think that was her first kiss. And she kissed you with like, just like
teeth like me.
You remember your first? I don't know why everyone's so concerned with firsts. What the hell does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
I have never once given a second thought to anything you say, so get that straight. Unlike anyone in this room. I wanted to slap the guy's dumb face at the end of that date. But then I didn't even recognize him. When Lana and I came in, he was face down. Whole floor, just blood and paper. Couldn't turn him over, had to preserve the scene. Just had to leave him there. Sorry. Sorry, I'm not I'm angry.
You seem to get angry a lot.
You've been an anger and you know what that's about? Managing anger. Keeping calm, not letting your emotions control you. And I'm great at all of that.
If you say so.
I do say so. With what I'm feeling most of the time, I'm a goddamn saint with how calm I stay.
Oh, Francesca Von Karma. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Of course I do. The sheer power of the writers to be able to turn this scene into such a sad scene is insane. Right?
I'm just too small.
Little hole in the bottom of a big water tower. I was like, I will totally do like a rate all my favorite Ace Attorney characters list one day.
A little hole in the bottom of a big water tower. Fills up faster than we'll ever drain. If I was big, I'd trample this whole city down. Long before my anger's gone. Didn't even seem like people from the hall. Just two people-shaped things face down in blood.
Sosuke and Chopin, they were both face down?
What? Yeah.
Because Rogers was cuffing Sosuke on the ground?
Rogers, what a klutz. That guy couldn't cuff a cow.
Hey, Reyes. Hey, Reyes. I know you're drunk and being very honest with me right now, but god damn, is she hiding evidence from me too?
A cow? I don't know, something that's cuff easily. A dress shirt. What do you want? A round of applause? Everyone clap for the world's greatest wordsmith? Shut up.
Okay. So wait a second. Persuading her to remove her shoes and socks before tossing her up the stairs is the very upper limit of my patience. Making it off the floor and onto the bed is up to her. I don't care. I can sleep on my couch. That was it. That was we got Sosuke's in the clear. I mean, as long as Reyes can't lie in court, right? She's a cop. She wouldn't lie in court, right? Withhold information, sure, but wouldn't lie if we asked directly. Oh, and choose her eye. Her eye probably can record, right? Or does it record or does it project only? I have no idea, but info. I could sleep in my chair if I had to. I could fall asleep in any position, actually. It's not actually worth bragging about, especially to myself. So now a homicide detective knows where I live. Guess the address is on the business card. Downside of a home office, I guess. At least it's fun to imagine how sick she'll be tomorrow. Can't remember the time I got that drunk, thankfully. I did once, and I did not like it, and I threw up in a Captain America shield. And I've never gotten that drunk ever again. I was one of the first times like, hey, I can't, so let me see if I should do it. And I'm like, let's not do that. That wasn't fun. Can't remember a time I got that mad. And the last time I cried. Screw this. Introspection's a scam. I'm not nearly so flushed I can afford to waste time on it. Oh, yeah, no. I did not like that. Oh my god, stop smiling like that. Yeah, you found the teacher's missing key card. No, you're not Sherlock Holmes. Or whoever his lawyer was. Oh, I'm sure.
You're gonna be the most popular kid in school overnight now. Well, I wasn't being that sarcastic. You better hope it's somewhat true. Deadline for your little club sign-up period is next week, isn't it? Actually, I need to find 4 members. I'm gonna be out that day. Family thing. What a face. You show everyone puppy dog eyes? That pathetic. Did we kill this? Is this our first murder? I feel like this is our first murder. And look, if you're going to be a lawyer, you'll need to get better at reading fine print. See? You need 5 members to found a club. But if you have at least 2 students present at the qualification time, you can get an extension. I mean, even you can get 1 person to join, right? Just use that winning personality of yours. It's a family thing. I can't say no. Nothing. I didn't say anything. You'd have a decent reason. Alright, is this trial? State building. Okay, so that... Oh, what was that? Exactly 10:30 my time? Amazing. Best stopping point? Yep. Alright. I don't want to save her Makoto's face. I'm saving that Makoto one right there. The game is saved in spot 1. Hey, future me. Spot 1. It is saved, and I am moving away from that button and not changing anything. It's all good. And I got tutor coins, and I feel like I actually have information this time to go into trial. I think I got this. Actually, I don't know who did it. Han is still possible suspect, as is Huey. It's one of these H's here. Either Han, but she's very pretty, so hopefully not. Or crap, Huey's last name is Rogers. Or Huey. Those are my 2 best bets. Poor Makoto, you miss him. He was there, but then he was gone really fast. Yeah. Well, at least we know Huey lied. Huey lied a lot. But why would Huey kill Chopin? I can see why Han... No, but why would Han... Oh my god, I have no idea. I don't know. Han, Hana, Huey. It's one of the H's. One of the H's have done this. Yeah, so anyway, let's go out and pay out top bands. And let's give it a stream elements now. Okay, since even though it doesn't say, and I'm pretty sure Gally is top fan number 1. So Gally, you're gonna get 1,000. We'll say your stream elements today. You are. It's I found out the thing. So if never trust some darn H's, I don't. Attack stream element. Alright. And then I would put Lady 2, Chaotic 3. So Lady, let's get you 500. Just gave Gally another 1,000, so let's up to 5,000. Lady. Which Sarah are you? No, are you Sarah still, or are you someone else now? No, you're Eureka. Okay. You're almost at 50k, almost, dang. And chaotic. There, oh, yeah, nice grab. 250. You're almost at 35,000. Woot! Which reminds you, yes. Of course. Fire stream. Yeah, God, this was fun. Okay. Can I say, like, I need Drunk Race to come back. That was super fun. I want to practice now, and I will. I'm like, hey, I'll be any drunk character. That was so fun. You're Yuki, Slay, heck yeah, Yuki. Oh, also real quick. I don't think, did I have it saved? That's over here actually. I do want to give a shout out real fast. Not to that one. Yeah, so we have improved what I consider streaming the AA games you haven't played. The second
I don't know if it's out yet or anything, if they're announcing it or anything. Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton. If it gets a Steam release, I am going to stream that. Because I never got to play that game and I've always wanted to. Okay, anyway, back to this. Crud. Let me pull their name. Very, very thankful donation from... It was Meep something. 1 second. Credits. Go to credits. Meepify did coloration edits on the sprites for the Super Danganronpa and other 2 characters, and gave me us permission and donated their work, basically like, hey, yeah, of course you can use it for the stream. So Meepify, thank you so much. I am slowly adding these. Hold on, where is it? Hold on, that's. I'm slowly, working on making them, replacing the old avatars for those. Those are pretty cool sprites, right? Right? Like. Meepify? Yep, Meepify. So yeah, thank you, Meepify. These look amazing, amazing color pixel coloring screens. Like, it's so cool. 4 hours. Second part of the trial is kind of long. We would recommend doing it in one go. Okay, yeah. So next Tuesday, I may start a little bit earlier then. I'll see what I can do. Yay. But yeah. Alright, so I said I was going to Dragonite for magic, I think. And I'll work on London, make London less bald. These are really, really cool. They are so cool. And Reyes and Drunk Reyes. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Weather permitting, of course. I mean, I think it should be fine. But stream will be having Danganronpa Chapter 0 on Friday and the Mauve Trial on Saturday. Dang. Yeah. Yep, you can ask for one of your own Fangan characters as one of the custom avatars too. Absolutely. But yeah, just get to me either, in the Discord or on the community post. Make London less bald and Reyes more drunk. On it. Alright, so again, thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see anyone either Friday or Saturday or next week Tuesday. Alright. Good night. Gonna do some colored sprites? Yes, do it. Bye.